Hello, I'm Batman. Welcome to the Cinema Asylum podcast. I am John Thompson, and I am the action movie expert.
I am Matthew. I am one of the superhero and sci-fi experts.
I'm Dyllan. I'm the other superhero and sci-fi expert.
And once again, Paul is not here.
Yep, once again, Paul's not here. It was my turn to do the impressions this time. And I hope you guys enjoy my Batman impression. I'm pretty sure the
You
audience
could say it
did.
impresses.
Do I really have to start putting stuff in the bank now?
We were 30 seconds in when the first one hit.
The first joke has hit the bank. Okay.
We'll get to the bad puns a little bit later on
You
that
can bank
one.
on that.
Son of a bitch. 72.
But in other words, everybody, welcome to our podcast. We're so glad you're able to join us and able to listen to us either at day or at night. Great to see you guys once again, especially the fact we are recording on Mother's Day. So hope you guys had a great Mother's Day, and all we can say is Happy Mother's Day all around, and to also any mothers that's listening to this podcast. Two things. Number one, I hope you don't find our jokes insulting, and number two, welcome.
Insulting, you mean like Samuel L. Jackson version of Mother's Day?
Oh God, oh God. By insulting, I mean if I don't find the jokes dirty.
Should that go in the bank?
I don't know.
I won't count that one. I won't count that
That's
one.
good.
That's actually really funny.
I won't count it.
Just-
It was funny, but I'm not going to count it. I'm not going to count it. We're good.
Okay, all right. Before we get to the movies that we actually got to see, a couple of things. We'll get the trivia part in just a moment. But number one, to all the streamings and downloads, like I said, we have actually gone up. We had at least 450 something, right?
We're almost to 450 last time I looked.
Yep, almost to 450. And once again, we want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for downloading and listening to our podcast. We are truly humble, and we appreciate that. So thank you so much for that. All right, let's get to the trivia that you think you're going to stop us this time because I got it twice.
Okay, this will be a two-part. So, both questions are date and movie title.
All right.
Okay, we'll start with the Oscars.
I think I'm pretty good at Oscar history.
Which movie was Robin Williams first nominated for an Oscar in what year?
I think I know the answer to that. I think it was Good Morning Vietnam.
What year?
19. I know the film came out in 87, so I think he was nominated in 88.
Well, crap.
Yeah!
Okay, let's try to get a little bit harder.
See, I knew that one, Dylan. Did you?
I mean, that was one of the two guesses I had.
Well, there you go.
Time to go, hopefully, a little bit harder. Emmys.
Okay.
That I don't watch much.
What year and what show was Robin Williams first nominated for an Emmy? I'm going to get you guys with this one.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, no.
Oh, man. Oh,
I don't think I've watched a lot of TV projects with
I know what
Robin
the
Williams
show
in
is
it.
called, but I can't get it in my head. He was very young before he did some Hollywood big movies. I know what he's talking about, but I can't name it.
Well, if you can't name it, you don't got it.
Yeah, no, I'm tapping out
What was
now.
the title called? What is it?
Did you give up?
Yeah.
Mork and Mindy.
Mork and Mindy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
That's what it was.
1979.
Yeah.
I
knew,
got you guys with part of it. Yes.
well, I knew it. I just
But
couldn't.
you
but
still didn't know
I,
the
but I
name,
couldn't figure
so-
out the title. I couldn't
You
figure out
didn't know the
title.
name. It counts for me.
There's no half points here.
Well, you know
There's
what?
no half points
You
here.
know what? 3 out of 4 is still pretty good.
As we're talking about next week, it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
That's some Fast and Furious reference.
I almost had you. You had me.
I can't wait to rank those with you guys next week.
Yeah,
gonna
I
be fun.
say, yeah,
It's gonna
that's
be
it.
fun.
Which, and on Friday, May 19th, that's when Fast X is coming out, which we'll talk about that in just a little bit. But first, let's talk about the movies that we got to watch. I know you've been watching the Fast and Furious movies to get ready for Fast
Yeah, I'm
X.
rewatching them. They're not as bad as I remember.
Yeah.
I think it's because my brother watched them so many times and I lived with them. It's just like, will this never end?
Yeah, no. That's how it was with me and Lord of the Rings.
But
Yeah.
I didn't care. 1 was okay. I didn't care for 2, but 3 was pretty good, and 5 and 6 are my favorites. Like,
Yeah, no, they're some of the best
awesome.
in the entire
They're absolutely
franchise.
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
undisputed.
and
As of right now, they're in my top 3 of my favorite Fast and Furious movies. The Fast 6 is number 3, and Fast 5 is number 1.
yeah, and we're actually going back to Fast 5 next week with Fast 10 because Jason Momoa is the son of the drug lord.
Yeah.
Herman Reyes from Fast 5. Jason Momoa is his son.
I didn't know that.
And apparently he's getting rave reviews for the role. They're comparing it to the Joker.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
I guess he's completely off the wall, psychotic. Like,
How
okay.
How are the reviews of Fast X right now?
I don't know. That was from like preview screenings and stuff. Like,
Okay.
people are saying like Jason.
So
Momoa
far,
should
it
stand
sounds promising.
I still don't like the fact that he's wearing like that snakeskin jacket. It doesn't look good on him.
It does not
I'm
look
just gonna
Jason
say
Momoa.
that. But I'm excited about it. It looks good.
out. Yeah. Let's see if it gets any crazier than Fast 9.
I'll get to that in just a moment.
Probably.
I'll get to that in just a moment on that one.
The franchise will never die. Did you see now it's not a 2-part finale, now it's a 3-part finale?
No way.
Yeah.
No, they're not ending it at 11.
No, now it's apparently 12.
I don't know.
Next thing you know, it's going to be a 5-part
Should we
finale.
believe what Vin Diesel?
I know what they're going to do. I know what they're going to do for 12.
Should we even believe what Vin Diesel's really saying?
They're going to time travel and bring back all the dead characters.
Yes. They're going to time travel in 12.
Are you kidding?
Because they said that they were going to further their ambitions into going into outer space with the franchise. And so when I think it was Seth Rogen, who Seth Rogen was really close friends with one of the main people driving the franchise, and like back in like 4 or something like that, like 5, he was talking to them. He was talking to him, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't know where you guys are going go from here. Are you guys gonna go into outer space? Are you time travel?" He was like, "Not yet. We got space travel. They're gonna do it more.
It's going to be Endgame where they're going to bring back all the dead characters.
They're gonna pull an Endgame. They're gonna time travel in the last movie. They're going to. That's how they're going. And then it's probably gonna reset it, and they're gonna do more Fast and Furious movies in a new timeline.
Probably. It's going to be Fast and Furious 50. All the actors are going to be dead. They're going to be CGIing them all. And it's the franchise that never dies.
Family's stronger than death, Matthew. Family stronger.
That's something I want to get at. When I was first watching them, like after like 5 and 6, I initially hated them because it was just it got away from the street racing aspect.
Yeah.
But if you look at it as Mission Impossible with cars, that's basically what it is after 5.
Yeah, that's where it ended up branding itself.
Yeah, it's Mission Impossible, and if you boil it down to it, all the jokes and everything, it really just boils down to family and faith.
Yeah.
That's the whole franchise.
Yeah, literally everything they do is based on like willpower.
I can definitely tell you
So-
that Tyrese Gibson's character, he is by far the funniest character in the entire Fast and Furious
You
movies.
better have that baby oil. You better have that full head.
I love Tyrese in person, honestly. I mean, I know he's a great singer, but he also is a really good actor. He's really funny.
I like Hobbs, though. Just the 80s American, like, action star.
Well, was it in 6 or 7? It was in 6, right? When he no, it was 7 because he's fighting Jason Statham.
Okay.
When he breaks his cast just by like flexing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like nah, like yeah, no, that's. I was like, that's top notch. Okay.
Or the classic, we need the cavalry. I am the cavalry.
Yeah.
There you go. Did you have you been catching up on the Mission Impossible movies?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the Mission Impossible movies that you have watched?
We'll get to it when I say my new movies.
Okay, that's what I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, we'll get to it when I say my new
I'm done,
movies.
so.
That's what I'm asking you. I'm going last here because
No, you might want to go first because there was one movie that I saw that you're going to ask me about. And you might not be like happy with my answer.
Okay, that's totally fine. Yeah, I got to watch 4 movies. One in particular is actually going to be going in the underrated category, which we'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. But yeah, I got to go to 3 movies. There's this one new movie that I no, neither of you guys has heard of. And there's a good reason for that, because for some reason, it didn't run in my movie theaters that much. But I went to go see this movie, and I was only one person to see it, which does not surprise me, because it was still at the same week as Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Super Mario Bros. Movie. I went to see a film called Big George Foreman. And the movie is great.
I've seen the advertisements for that.
I loved it. I loved it. It's right up my alley. It's pretty much what I come from, faith. It's a faith-based, also a boxing movie. It's really great. And Forrest Whitaker, you can't get away how incredible he is as an actor. He's great in this movie. So
he's a great actor anyway.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I never thought I actually would see him in a faith-based boxing true story movie about George Foreman. I mean, you coming from he was pretty much very poor when he was a kid, and then he started growing into being a great athlete, into struggling after he got defeated by Muhammad Ali, and then coming back out of retirement to box again. Then he retired again, and then now he's heavyweight champion again. It's a really great memorizing story, so I recommend if you guys check it out sometime. So,
Alan Richardson is about to do a faith-based movie, Hawk from Titans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was Aquaman on Smallville. They had a missed opportunity with Fast X. They have Alan Richardson and Jason Momoa. They should have had the characters be brothers. They were both Aquaman.
That actually would have been cool, actually. That actually would have been cool. But,
would have been perfect.
No.
But I really enjoyed the Big George Foreman. It did not do well at the box office. They only got $5 million on a $32 million budget. Not so good.
Speaking of budgets, Guardians already passed Ant-Man in a week.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Well, got like $530 million or something.
It caught it kept 80% of its audience too. The second weekend, which was insane.
It had an even lower drop than Endgame.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But like I said, it's a really great movie. And then I got to finish my Fast and Furious movies, but I can't believe I actually survived all of it. Starting with the ones that I absolutely loved, Hobbs and Shaw. I was so excited to rewatch this movie again.
Yeah.
It's so good. I love Hobbs and Shaw. This movie was funny. It had some great action scenes. I love the chemistry between Hobbs and Shaw. I can make the argument with the Fast Six. It's the funniest of the Fast and Furious movies. It's really great. It's my second favorite of the Fast and Furious movies. Fast 5 is still at the top.
And you have Fast 9.
And then I get to Fast 9. If you remember, guys, last week, I said that there is no way it can be as stupid as the Fast and the Furious. And guess what, people? All I can say is not literally. You can lose your pants for that. Ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed the most outrageous Fast and Furious movie ever. I didn't believe for 1 second that nothing can top people on on ice when you're riding on cars. There was literally a scene where Tyrese and Ludacris are up in space while they're in a car.
I'd say that's one of the better moments of Fast 9.
Yeah. It can happen.
Musk put a car in space.
At this point, I try my best to hate this movie. I really tried my best to say, no, this movie's stupid. I don't like it. I can't hate these movies. Yeah. I'm sorry. I cannot hate Fast 9. As dumb of this movie as it is, and how outrageous, how crazy this movie is, I was so entertained, and I actually loved the film for how stupid it was. So again, it shows you that it doesn't matter. I mean, they're not going for Oscars, guys. It's not happening. They're not going for, and the best picture of the year is the Fast and Furious. Just no.
I mean, Vin Diesel might win Best Actor.
Probably not. Not for this one anyway. But at this point,
I mean, he's got his family behind him.
73. I'm adding it to the 73. Let me just.
I think Shazam stole it first, Dylan. Shazam pretty much stole that joke first before Matthew did it. So a little late for that, Matthew.
It only stole that joke because of the Fast and Furious franchise.
Exactly.
Matthew making that joke? No, it's fully in line. No, that goes in the bank.
But yeah, for anybody to actually be thinking to themselves that Fast 9 was not going to be as stupid as Fast and Furious, yeah, I was off base, and I completely just turned off my brain after this one because for some reason I'm excited for Fast 10, no matter how stupid this movie is probably going to be. And I hate to say this, but if they do this time traveling thing, first of all, I'm going to say they jumped the shark, or more like they pretty much jumped the
car.
Jumped the car.
No, in Sharknado they jumped the shark. In this, they jumped the car.
You both get one for that one. You both worked on that joke together. You both worked on it together.
It's true.
Yeah, but just because it's true doesn't mean that you don't get one.
Actually, more like jumping the subway. Like they pretty much jumped the subway in this one. There's no shark in the Fast and Furious movie.
You can't go back. I'm not taking that out of the bank. You can't save it.
That's good. That's
you're
good.
up to 6 now, by the way.
Oh God, great. Great. But that's pretty much a bit like. But if they do this time traveling thing, I'm gonna be thinking to myself, you know what? I give up. I don't care if people hate these movies. For some reason, I'm kind of excited to see if they are going to do 11, 12, 13, which I kind of hope they don't, honestly. But if they do, I'm just going to be in for the ride. I'm not going to care.
If they time travel, they're going to get all important people from history to join their family, like Albert Einstein and
Abraham Lincoln drifting.
Yes.
Which actually, thank you for bringing this up because there's something funny that I actually want to tell you.
Family never lies.
And
I can see it now. Okay, I can fully see that.
Let me tell you what's actually funny when you actually talk about Albert Einstein and or Abraham Lincoln, whatever you said. Did you know? Did you know in 2012 there were 2 Abraham Lincoln movies?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's hysterical.
It was Lincoln and Vampire Hunter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I find that
Vampire Hunter was more realistic.
Listen, I believe it. True story.
I mean, I find it hilarious that there were 2 Abraham Lincoln movies that came out in 2012. I find that funny. You got a movie that's actually just dumb action vampire horror movie fun, and you got a movie based on a true story that won Daniel Day-Lewis an Oscar for playing Abraham Lincoln.
I didn't know that there were vampires in Lincoln.
So, which one do you choose?
Vampires.
Yeah, vampires.
Yeah.
Hey,
I read that book. I love the book. I fucking love that movie. That's on my list.
You know I'm a Steven Spielberg sucker, and I'm going to say that Lincoln's a better movie than Vampire Hunter.
Nope.
That's because you're chicken.
Debatable. Well, no, what you said, Matthew. John's debatable.
I can't be that debatable. Well, we'll find out when we talk about the movies. We'll get to it in a second. Okay, now you can actually tell me about your Mission Impossible. What word am I looking for? Mission Impossible
experience.
Yes, and also your I guess homework. You guys can say your Mission Impossible homework.
Yeah. Okay. So I watched 2 all through 6. The only one that I had seen out of all those was Ghost Protocol.
Yeah.
So
that's so good. I love Ghost Protocol.
We'll definitely rank them though when the new one comes out.
Yeah, I already have my ranking already on Letterboxd.
No.
Yeah, no.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the summer movies in July. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
July is Oppenheimer and Mission Impossible.
Yes, that's gonna be quite an interesting debate of what's gonna come out on the top. I
actually watched the Oppenheimer trailer for the first time this weekend. I rewatched. I'll get to Mission Impossible.
Okay.
I rewatched Guardians 3 in IMAX. Yeah, watching that trailer in IMAX though, holy crap! My seat was rattling the entire time.
Apparently, there's like some black and white IMAX, which is the first time ever. Like certain scenes are in black and white.
That's actually really cool. I actually really like that.
Schindler's List was in black and white.
I know, but this was the first film on IMAX cameras in black and white.
Okay, that's actually really cool. That's cool.
I do gotta say, Guardians 3 in IMAX, a lot better.
Nice.
A lot better.
You told me you went to go see it.
You know, it held up.
Man,
watching the second time, just as good.
Man, it's just a fantastic movie. It's so good.
Yeah, I will say that it's the best MCU movie that we've ever gotten. I will go on record saying that.
I know. Yeah, you love it that much. I know.
Like I don't care what you put 2. I don't care what you put 3. No, Guardians 3 is number 1. And like No Way Home was at the top of my list.
Yeah.
So it's not even like I'm being like, well, it's at the. I'm saying that because it's my number 1. It's not. It wasn't my number 1. Great, it was my number 2, but it's not my number 1. No, Guardians 3 is the best MCU movie that we've gotten. It was balls to wall the entire time, but it didn't compromise any part of the movie.
I need to rewatch it a couple more times to see if it goes up.
Yeah, no, you got it.
Pretty sure
it's hard
it
for me
might.
to not put it at number one.
Pretty sure it might when I watch it a lot more times.
I feel
Absolutely.
like it's going to be like with Wonder Woman when it comes out on Blu-ray or on Disney Plus, or I'm just going to keep rewatching it for a while.
Yeah, no, it's there's a lot of stuff that I picked back up in 3 the second time around.
Yeah.
So it was really good. But with my Mission Impossible movies, that puts my new movies at I watched 2, 3, 5, and 6 all for the first time. So there's 4 additional movies. No, 2's at the bottom.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
just saying.
It's at the bottom for me too, but I actually appreciate this movie actually.
2 is a stereotypical early 2000s movie.
Down to the new metal and everything.
Literally slow-mo, the crotch rockets, the sunglasses just themselves.
The music.
The music, Tom Cruise's hair.
You got Limp Bizkit, Godsmack.
Yeah.
2000s.
Well, just like the premise
Yeah.
is just 2000s. Like, that is a 2000s movie. You have to pick one movie from the 2000s, that's it. That represents the 2000s.
Yes, it does. I won't say my rankings, but I will say I feel like 3's when it started taking up to a whole nother level.
Yes, I'll say that.
1 and 2 are mid. Well, 2's kind of lower, but 3 is kind of really elevated it up.
Well, like, I felt like I won't talk about my favorites,
Yeah.
but I think that from 3 on, it just kept getting better.
Yes.
It does.
Which that helped with. It also helped that they kept getting better budgets,
Yeah.
so they could afford to do better things. Tom Cruise just kept going more insane.
Apparently, the new one's like 10 times as crazy.
I believe. Sorry, my cough never goes away.
Yeah.
It's
With this next one being a 2-part finale, and Tom Cruise says it's the craziest stuff he's ever done.
I can't imagine. I can't. I don't know what the hell that he's gonna do.
I almost feel like we should go see that on IMAX.
He has free climbed a building in 4. He has hung himself out of an airplane for 5. Like, I don't know what practical stuff he did for 6, but I can only assume.
Did you see the little teaser from 7?
Where he's on top of the biplane?
No, the motorcycle scene. Where
No.
he jumped the motorcycle off the side of the mountain and parachuted onto something else.
No, that's practical though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took like 6 months to do the whole thing.
Okay.
I'm not surprised.
But yeah, he actually jumped a motorcycle off a ramp off the side of a mountain and then parachuted onto something else.
I can't.
Tom Cruise is a superhero.
He is a fucking superhero.
In a good way, though. In a good way.
I was not okay. So, it lukewarm take, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Tom Cruise,
Yeah.
I know.
and I wasn't a big fan of Tom Cruise until I started watching more of the Mission Impossible
Yes.
movies. Like, it made me appreciate his dedication to the craft a lot more.
Yes.
You
You can say what you want about him as a person, but
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And don't forget A Few Good Men, which is one of my favorite movies.
Still haven't watched A Few Good Men.
It's great.
You're
It's
not
really
missing
great.
much.
You need to check it out. It's really that good. When I had that when we did our first episode, A Few Good Men was definitely the one that I had to put it on the list.
I've heard good things about it, and I just I was actually thinking about rewatching Oblivion.
that was pretty decent.
I liked it when I first watched it. I've only seen it the one time, but from what I remember, I
Give
thought
it
it
a
was
watch
really good.
sometimes, and you let me know.
Plus, that was basically the prototype for the volume
Yeah.
too. So I'm gonna rewatch that.
There's something I want to do towards the end of the year. If you guys want, you guys can do it too. We'll just do separate episodes. I am coming up with my top 100 list of movies.
I
I don't think
like our personal movies.
Yeah, like our top 100.
I don't think I'd be able to do a top 100.
I want to do that.
There's so
I'm doing
many.
it-
There's so many favorite movies that it's too difficult for me to do a top 100.
I'm having it set by the end of the year, so I want to actually announce it all on an episode. So we might just dedicate an episode to that.
Okay. I'll tell you right now. I'm at 86.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't have them all ranked
Right.
or anything. It's just I don't really like. I like obviously I log movies in on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
But I don't really like movies all that often. It's only if I really, really liked a
Right.
movie. And I think right now my liked list is at 86. and my overall watch list is 1,400 plus or something like that.
What I'm gonna do is it has to be at least 2 years old, and I have to have watched it at least 10 times. If it's came out in the last 2 years, I have to have seen it 20 times and still like it.
I don't think I'm gonna do the additional rules.
That's just what I'm doing for mine,
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do those additional ones.
Because like obviously the Batman's gonna be on my list. I've watched which it was in my top 20 when we did it. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to just name that all out on an episode just to see what the reaction is.
I don't think
that could be a good discussion.
I'll be able to. I think it depends on if there are more movies.
Top 75, whatever.
I'll definitely at least be able to do those, but I
couldn't do it.
That'll have to be the entirety of the
could not do
it. I figured, we do like an episode.
That's
I could not do a top 100. Maybe top 50, but 100, no way. Because I have, like I said, I have over 500 movies that are my favorite movies of all time.
It's going to be hell having to rank them.
But I figured we could just dedicate an episode to each of ours, and maybe every 10 movies we could stop and discuss.
Yeah.
But
but out of all the Mission Impossible movies, which I assume you enjoy pretty much.
Yeah, no, I liked them all. I enjoyed them all.
So you did watch 6, but you did watch 6? That Henry Cavill fight. That's so good.
Okay, yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about Henry Cavill for a second.
I find it hilarious that he was in a mustache in Fallout when you could have shaved it off in Justice League. I mean, it could have grown back.
No, not that mustache. No, that would have taken a while for him to grow back. No. Besides, I don't care that they had a CGI out his mustache. That movie deserves it. The movie deserves it.
Oh, Justice League.
Yeah, no, that deserves the CGI is bad because of the mustache thing. It deserves it. It deserves it. No, I'm glad that he didn't shave off his mustache. Fallout is the superior movie.
It is.
I don't. I'm not going to give my rankings until we do Mission Impossible. Or
I'm
anything.
not either.
Fallout's definitely up there for me.
Yes.
Like I said, I think it gets better. I think the issue that I had with Fallout, it was my one issue, was I don't know. I kind of liked all the heist stuff in the movies that came before.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And that movie didn't really have it.
No, it didn't.
I just I like the heist aspect. I think that the heist aspect in those movies, I would say that, 5 and 4.
Yeah.
No, oh no.
I'll still never get over that part in 4. Next time.
Yeah.
The one scene in Ghost Protocol that I love is the window, when he's climbing down the window and that big tower in Ghost Protocol.
Oh, no. Yeah. No. I'm scared of heights.
I know, but...
I'm scared of falling. I don't give a shit about heights.
Seriously,
I'm just afraid of falling.
That direction was phenomenal. Seriously. When you see him climb up there, and he's actually... he could have died if he was going down there. That's like the go-to best scene in all the Mission Impossible franchise. It's crazy. And it's also hilarious when he actually said, I don't think you have enough rope or something. And then he is like, no crap! Or something like that.
No shit. Yeah. Every single time that he says no shit, I lose my mind. It's one of those things where
it's hilarious. I love it.
Profanity in movies is often just used.
Yeah.
Half my vocabulary are curse words.
Yeah.
It's just a fact.
Yeah.
Fuck is my favorite word in the entire English dictionary. It is my favorite word.
Some movies just overuse it, though.
Movies overuse it. They don't anytime that they use profanity, it's typically just a regular toss away word or something like that. Every time Tom Cruise cusses in Mission Impossible is legendary.
Yes.
Every single time. He says no shit, 4 or 5 times?
Probably.
throughout the franchise so far.
Yeah.
And every single time it cracks you up. It's well punctuated. It's just I would dead ass, full chest say that every single time that he says no shit belongs in a fucking museum. It does. Every single little 10-second clip of the movie where something happens and they're like, oh hey this, and he's like, no shit. No, that belongs in a museum.
You got me laughing now.
That belongs in a museum. It's just
It's like Arnold with the one-liners.
Yeah, seriously. Like it's great.
What did you actually hear? There's going to be a documentary about Arnold Schwarzenegger coming out on Netflix.
Really?
He's doing his first TV show too. He's doing a spy TV show, like a CIA thriller.
Okay, I can see that.
That comes out next week.
Does it?
May 25th.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So next Friday.
Honestly, I really enjoy watching documentary, especially like sports or anything like actor documentaries.
I like Arnold.
Arnold Schwarzenegger did his old documentary. That sounds very cool. There's only one criticism I actually have about the Mission Impossible movies. As much as I pretty much like all of them.
Yeah.
But 3 through 6 are just unbelievable.
Yeah,
like one
they're next level.
One of the greatest action films of all time.
Philip Seymour Hoffman in 3.
I feel like this could actually be a hot take, and I think this will actually come into play later when I say my one overrated movie. For years I've been hearing about Philip Seymour Hoffman's performance in this one, and he did great. I will absolutely fucking admit that he did great.
He is scary as a villain.
I think that out of every single villain that we've got in the franchise, he was the best.
Absolutely.
It didn't blow me away, but that's because of how much I had heard about it. Matthew, what you're feeling now, you're going to feel 10 times more later.
Yeah,
I'm letting you know that. Like I said, my one overrated movie, it's bad. It's bad.
Is it going to get me out of my seat?
Probably.
We'll get that in just a moment. But the one thing about Mission Impossible movies that I will say, I wish that Ethan Hunt and Julia Mead, I wish they remained a couple throughout the entire series.
Yeah.
These two are adorable. And I love the romantic chemistry between these two. And they're not together anymore. And I was kind of sad by that because I thought the chemistry was so beautiful.
Yeah.
In Mission Impossible 3, and yet they're not a couple anymore. And I don't get it.
One of my favorite characters is Rebecca Ferguson's character.
Yeah.
She's great. She's great. Yes.
I'm not expecting to see her again, though.
She's going to be in 7.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite characters.
Okay.
I just love Rebecca Ferguson. She's a great actress.
Yeah.
I mean, I've just been enjoying rewatching the Mission Impossible movies in general. I get more excited every time I rewatch a Mission Impossible movie. I'm so excited to watch.
I'm going to wait to rewatch them until the new one comes out.
I'm excited to watch Mission Impossible Rogue Nation again in a couple of weeks. I'm so excited to rewatch that movie.
Yeah.
I just freaking love this series. It's so good. I just love these movies. I cannot wait for 7 to come out. I'm going to get all excited. I'm going to be like, it's coming. I can't wait. Can't wait for it to come out.
So what was the one you...
I think we should talk about underrated.
Wait,
no, I have one more movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. You
okay.
One more.
John, do you know what I saw this week?
Oh, shoot.
The Mario movie?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
I'm kind of scared about what you think about it because you know I love that film. Mm-hmm. I've seen this film twice.
Yeah.
What did you think of the movie?
I liked it.
Huh?
I liked it.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Not a glowing review.
Just whatever.
I liked it. Well, okay. I will say my favorite part about the movie was all the Easter eggs, which I know that people don't like that sentiment when it comes to movies. Where they're like, you shouldn't be watching it.
That's
for
stupid because
Easter
it's video
eggs.
games. Of course, you're supposed to satisfy Nintendo fans.
Yeah, there were at least 10 times during the movie where I went, "Oh my god!" and every single time, I saw it with Angel, and Angel's like, "What?" She was like, "What are you doing that to?" I was like, "That's Glass Joe." I was like, "He's playing on Jump in an arcade." I was like, "Oh my god!" The world that he was in with the floating with the upside down floating pyramid. I was like, "That's from Mario Odyssey." I kept doing that the entire movie, and honestly, I can't wait to rewatch it again solely because of the Easter eggs.
Yeah, it's great. It's really fun to see Easter eggs. Yeah,
I think the animation was a lot better than I could have hoped for.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Illumination really blew it out of the park with that.
They did.
I don't know. I'm not part of the raving crowd for it. I'm excited for the next movie.
But at least you enjoyed it, though.
Yeah, I liked it. I'm gonna buy. I'm pretty sure I already pre-ordered it on 4K.
That's good.
I'll wait for streaming.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell anybody to make the push to go see it in theaters, especially now that it's crossed the $1.2-3 billion Like box office?
$1.2 billion, which it made to number 2 again at the box office, which that's not too shabby.
It's not.
It's
been out for a month.
If you lost the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 again for the second week and you're actually number 2 and you're still making money, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I will say, if you haven't seen it by now, you could make the push to go see it depending on your ticket prices. But at this point, I would say wait for it to come out on disc.
Did you guys?
I'm still urged to see it again a third time in theaters before it comes out on Blu-ray.
I've been considering going to see it a second time.
Did you guys see Stray got moved back?
No.
The dog movie?
With Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah. I was going to tell you. Yeah. That's actually the. I actually forgot about the one news segment I want to get into real quickly. They moved it from June to August, which.
They were afraid it was going to get buried.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that's good.
That's actually a good move by the company because you have no chance against Flash. You have no chance against Transformers. You certainly have no chance against Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And Spider-Verse.
And Spider-Verse.
Like, I don't even think that Pixar movie's going to do good, that Elemental.
Probably not.
Not with all 4 of those.
I'm the one that think it's going to do good. Because it's Pixar.
We're not saying that it's not going to be good.
It's just
going to be buried. Yeah.
June's going to be a massacre for anything, not those 4.
Literally, children are going to be the only driving force behind the revenue for Elementals this year.
Yeah.
And I say that with the opinion that animation isn't just for children; it's for adults.
Exactly.
It's just with how much stuff is going to be coming out in June, all the adults are going to be flocking to that. And with how ticket prices are going, which we're lucky. Well, I guess I formerly live in a town. We're lucky to be in this town where our ticket prices are max $9.
Yeah, the most we get is $11 for 3D.
Yeah, everywhere else has to find a movie theater like that, or they have to go to Regal. They have to go to AMC,
where it's like $25 a ticket.
Yeah, where it's at least $19 a ticket. Which granted, most of those theaters now also give you the luxuries. Where, like, you can sit in a recliner, or if it's not a recliner, it's a really comfortable theater seat.
I'm cheap. I'd rather just go to ours.
Well, the only reason why I went to IMAX with my stepbrother, which, again, shout out to my stepbrother. He's going to be listening now.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, shout out to him. Never mind. I had to
that was really cool.
The only reason why we went to IMAX was because it was closer to him than it was to me. It was like a 20-minute drive for him. It was about an hour for me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that was the main reason. And like surprisingly enough, I was surprised that the IMAX tickets were cheaper than the Dolby tickets.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, the Dolby tickets were like $22.50 for an adult, and then IMAX was $19.50.
Interesting.
That was really interesting to me.
That is interesting.
That's not bad at all.
I don't know what their regular theater rates were. I didn't look at it because it wasn't one of the times that he and I were considering. But yeah, no, that's almost 3 times like what it is here if you go to see a movie halfway through the week.
Right.
Like that's insane.
I honestly feel like maybe Mission Impossible and maybe Oppenheimer we should go see in IMAX.
I'd be down for it.
Oh, please.
I'd be down for it.
I so want to do that. Yes. I want to go to IMAX.
Of
yes.
all the movies, maybe Dune Part 2. Those are like the big 3 coming out this year that might be worth IMAX.
I'll consider Dune.
I know you don't really care for Dune, but
I'm excited for Dune Part 2. Don't get me wrong. There are people that will flame grill me for that one.
yes.
I'm excited for it. Don't get me wrong. It's just paying an IMAX price for Dune Part 2. I don't know.
I just feel like
maybe
of the movies coming out this year, those would be the 3 if you were to pay extra money. That would be worth the extra price.
I'd say that, yeah. I'd say that.
And actually, thank you for bringing up the Spider-Verse movie because my brother and sister told me they're actually going to take me to go see the Spider-Verse movie when it comes out.
Oh, you're not going with us?
I was going to.
Oh,
but
I see how it is.
No. It's not what you think it is. Because
hey, stepbrother, if you're listening, we need a 4th member on the podcast.
Yes, that would be great. Yes, come on.
We're talking about replacing you.
You thought we were talking about replacing Paul?
I mean, 5 people would be nice too.
I think 4. I think 4 sounds fine. We're kidding, John. We love you.
I know. I love you too. I love you too, guys. But yeah, but that was definitely my plan. It was definitely going to go see with you guys. However, though, when Bruce and Morgan told me they were going to take me to see this movie, I was just like, oh, okay. Because they love Across the Spider-Verse too. They love or Into the
Into the
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse? Get your facts right, John.
Gosh, how does it feel to be so wrong? I hope you know that
That's going to be his
catchphrase
catchphrase from now on. How do you feel to be so wrong? But
that should be like the official podcast catchphrase. We need that on a T-shirt.
yes.
Get to work.
But they loved Into the Spider-Verse. They also loved the movie. I mean, you can make the argument it's like the top 5 greatest comic book movies of all time, maybe even higher.
You mean Across the Spider-Verse?
No, no, don't trick me this time. I know it's Into the Spider-Verse, the first movie. Don't get my facts off, buddy.
Just wait till we do our superhero episode when we rank our top 20 superhero movies of all time.
Oh boy, that's gonna be hard,
John.
Oh boy,
John.
Yeah.
The first movie is Across the Spider-Verse. You called the second movie Across the Spider-Verse. That's what we were talking about.
Oh. Well,
I wasn't trying to trick you.
I'm not even going to try anymore. I'm not going to try.
John.exe is not working. Please restart the program.
Yeah, exactly.
We need the dial-up sound while he reboots.
Seriously, you guys are just so much fun, and I feel sad for Paul that he's missing out on the fun.
Yeah. We need a performance on some episodes.
Yeah, and believe me, I know how people actually feel. Heck, for some reason, a couple of times my dad had to work on Sundays at a factory, which is weird because he never works on Sundays.
Yeah.
He never works on Sundays, but oh well.
I'm putting together a new list for Letterboxd. I have a list on my phone. I haven't put it on Letterboxd, but I decided I'm going to expand on it. I have all the AVP rankings with all the Alien Predator movies. I'm just going to do like a sci-fi horror rankings with all like Life, Pandorum, Event Horizon, add all those in too, and just rank all the sci-fi horror movies.
I was actually considering buying Event Horizon this week because I was looking for 4K movies on Amazon that I liked or that I wanted to try watching. I haven't seen it yet.
It's terrifying.
I was going to buy it.
I'll tell you, the movie was good. At least 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was pretty good. But
I'm surprised he lasted because, like,
yeah,
how I describe it, Alien is a sci-fi movie with a horror packaging.
Yeah.
Event Horizon is a horror movie with a sci-fi packaging.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot scarier. It's
a lot more disturbing too.
Without getting too much into it, it's a lot more like The Conjuring than Alien.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay.
But yeah, I was actually surprised, but I was going with it. I was going, no thanks, nope, pass. But I don't know. I mean, the movie was good, but I don't know if I would want to watch it again.
I need to rewatch Pandorum. That had Dennis Quaid in it. That came out like 2009. It scared the crap out of me.
I haven't seen it. I think this is the first time I've heard of it.
It was like kind of similar to Alien. They're in hypersleep. The ship wakes them up, and something goes wrong.
Oh, okay.
And then Life. Have you seen that one? There's Ryan Reynolds in it.
Yes.
That one.
Yeah, because it also has Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've seen that. Or I've at least seen bits of it. I can't remember if I've seen the full thing.
And then there's Annihilation with Natalie Portman.
Oh, that was another one that I saved to buy on 4K.
It's not scary. It's weird.
Yeah.
So
I think you've actually talked to me about Annihilation.
Okay, I don't remember, but yeah, I'm gonna rank all the.
But Jake Gyllenhaal, he should have got his Oscar. Find out he's
for
one of
Nightcrawler.
For Nightcrawler, and also for
Prince of Persia?
Prisoners too.
In Prisoners, yeah,
Prisoners. That was
that performance should have got him an Oscar.
That one should have, yeah.
He didn't get a single nominations for his.
Denis Villeneuve.
It's great. It's a great movie. It's got
extremely dark crime thriller.
Yeah, and it's got mystery. It's got like the whodunit part. It's really fascinating.
Even if you don't like him as a director, the cast should sell you.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal, Hugh Jackman is in there.
Oh, well, okay.
Viola Davis is also in there.
I'm looking it up.
It should have got at least multiple nominations, like best
Paul Dano.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It should
Maria Bello.
Actually, no. I think I've seen bits from it. Because is that the one where where Hugh Jackman's in the bathroom with the hammer?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I've seen that bit. Okay.
David Dastmalchian.
Okay. Yeah. No. You're selling me. Okay. I gotcha. Here, let me.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard. Yes, he's also great. Yeah. If we ever do an Oscars, episode of best movies that should have got Best Picture, Prisoners would definitely be like pretty high on most people's list. Dark Knight in particular, and also the Batman. Like, I'm gonna keep complaining on the Oscars. They're so stupid.
Yeah.
Missing. They just blacked out movies. That's like the best movies of the year, and yet they still don't. They don't nominate them. It's insane.
To be fair, Jamie Lee Curtis won over Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
I'm still upset about that.
I know.
Do you know what episode's going to be absolutely crazy when we do it? Our Batman ranking.
Yes.
And we're not talking just theatrical. We're talking Under the Red Hood, Year One.
Yeah.
We're at. You don't have to add all of them in, if you don't want. I don't know if I'll watch the Batman Unlimited movies or Batman Ninja, but I'm gonna rank Under the Red Hood and stuff like that.
Watch Batman Ninja.
Okay.
I'm telling you, as the other superhero expert on here, watch Batman Ninja.
Okay.
It's fucking great.
Okay.
It's awesome.
I know we should at least definitely watch all the theatrical ones.
Yes.
That would include the serials from 1940s.
Okay.
Because those were technically still theatrical.
I got a feeling it's probably going to be ranked pretty low on that list. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be thinking that does not age well. Which, by the way, I actually like Batman '66. I know you don't. I know you don't care for it, but I grew up watching the TV show when I was very little. I would sneak into my brother's room and I would tune into TV when Batman '66 is on. I'm sorry, that was my childhood show, and I personally really liked the movie. It's hilarious.
Batman the animated series was my childhood show.
That's true. Batman the animated series is pretty amazing.
Batman 2004? The Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was mine.
That's good.
I need to watch. I need to watch that.
Tom Kenny as Penguin? Ooh.
That show was really good.
Well, Batman vs. Dracula, the movie.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's good.
It's gonna be on the list when I rank it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, seriously, watch it.
Well,
it's
that's
great.
2 Batman movies I need to check out.
Yeah.
Gotham by Gaslight, not quite as good, but it's still good.
Yeah, it's really good. I like that one.
Yeah, the same actor that played Batman in Under the Red Hood.
Okay.
That same actor.
Killing Joke.
I still haven't seen it yet. But the reason for that is because I heard that they did not do as well as the comic at the comic.
They added stuff to it because the comic's too short.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
extremely disturbing though.
Is it called Son of the Dragon?
Soul of the Dragon.
Soul of the Dragon.
The martial arts movie.
Yeah. Soul of the Dragon is awesome. It's basically a Bruce Lee movie with Batman.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's got Bronze Tiger, Richard Dragon.
Yeah.
Of the DC animated ones, I just got to say this real quick as we're on this talking about these. Suicide Squad, hell to pay.
Yeah. It's
One
fucking
of
great.
my favorites.
Okay.
I like that more than the theatrical cuts.
Really?
Whoa.
I do, yeah.
Wow.
Man.
Part of it's the subject matter.
Okay.
But I like they really just picked the bottom of the barrel with that too, like Bronze Tiger, and I really like Bronze Tiger in that movie. But the whole plot was just, I love the plot of that one.
Yeah.
When Harley finds Professor Pig. Aw, Piggy went to market.
All right, I say we should get started. What we think is the most underrated and most overrated movie.
Yeah, let's
now,
go with underrated.
Now,
Overrated
keep in mind, guys.
down.
Keep in mind before we actually do get this started. This is personally our feelings. So tell us, guys.
No, this is fact.
I highly doubt that.
No, I agree with
you know
that.
what I'm going to say.
But tell us, guys, on Facebook. Actually, you can tell us on Facebook and go to the comment section. What is your most underrated and most overrated movie, at least for you? So tell us.
And tell us what you think of our opinions, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Yes, absolutely. So I guess we're going to go by underrated first, and then we'll get to the overrated
Yeah,
stuff.
we're not even going to rank them in order. Let's just have a conversation and call it out.
Okay. Okay. Because I got
Toy Story.
That's underrated?
No, oh, shoot. Oops. I screwed up. That was overrated. Crap. I screwed that up already.
John, sit down!
I was just waiting.
Put the baseball bat down, John! Take the gloves off!
I was just waiting to get his reaction.
All right. I wanted you to save that.
Put the gun down, John.
Do you know what's underrated though? Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Wait, you watched it?
Maybe.
Is that on DVD yet?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to buy it.
Why is Toy Story overrated, dude?
We're not talking about overrated right now, John.
That was just my mistake.
Huh?
That was just my mistake. We're gonna wait till later for that. Now you gotta sit with that for a few minutes.
Yeah, you gotta sit and stew, buddy. I'm sorry.
Maybe that did work out better than I thought.
So were you kidding or were you not kidding?
No,
You'll see.
You'll find out.
Yeah.
Because
Once we start talking about overrated, we're talking about underrated. Go on.
Because if you say Toy Story is overrated,
underrated movies do you have, John?
Then I'm gonna kill you.
No, legit underrated. Power Rangers 2017.
Yep. That was on my list. Yep.
Okay.
1,000%
Yes.
We should have gotten a fucking sequel. I don't care. I mean, the critics were going back to the fucking thing about critics earlier. The critics were fucking unfair. Half of them had never fucking heard of Power Rangers, let alone watched it. So when they watched it, they were like, "This makes no fucking sense."
Exactly.
Like I know. Okay, I did go on a rant about how when you watch a movie, your goal is to convey a message to the people. They shouldn't walk away fucking confused. I will absolutely fucking say that. However, what people were going to go see a fucking Power Rangers movie in theaters? Who? It was either people who heard about Power Rangers or people who loved Power Rangers. It's the fucking confused. Two. Well, exactly. There's nothing to fucking get confused. Well, like they were talking about, like, why would you pick teenagers? How was it that teenagers stumbled upon that? All this other shit. It's like, okay, literally fucking reviews. We're like, this is a bad movie, and they listed off like common things with Power Rangers. They're like, none of this made sense. Like how they morphed, what aliens were doing on Earth during that time period, stuff like that. They talked about that. They're like, none of this makes sense. Bad movie. It's like, okay, so obviously you were just fucking paid to sit down and watch this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously you had no idea what the hell was going to happen. I don't think you even knew what movie that you were going to watch until you rolled up to the fucking theater. I must be really missing
now because I must be missing now in Power Rangers 2017. I need to watch it.
It's awesome.
Okay.
It's awesome. Okay. So you've seen the live action Aladdin, right?
I seen one Power Rangers TV show, but I remember watching it, but I couldn't tell you what my favorite episodes were. I need to get back onto the Power Rangers.
But you've seen the live action Aladdin, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay, so the girl who plays Princess Jasmine is the Pink Ranger.
Really?
Yes.
I love her in the live action Aladdin.
And the Blue Ranger is autistic in the movie.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's done beautifully.
Did you see Elvis or Stranger Things?
Elvis, yes.
Okay. So do you remember the section of Elvis when Elvis had been done making his Hollywood movies?
Yes.
And how he wanted to make a comeback and they were playing the Christmas special.
Absolutely.
Do you remember the meeting in front of the Hollywood sign?
I think so, yeah.
All right. So there was a guy with long blonde hair. He was like the producer of the Christmas special that they did, and he was there during the studio and everything.
Yeah.
He's the Red Ranger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then
that movie launched those actors.
Yes. Yeah, I'll agree with it. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And then Elizabeth Banks plays Rita Repulsa, and Bryan Cranston is Zordon, and Bill Hader is Alpha 5.
And
good grief!
Yeah.
Wow.
Zach, the Black Ranger, is in Aquaman. He's one of the he's one of Orm's
Goodness,
he was in Mortal Kombat too.
Yeah.
Boy,
he played Liu Kang, right?
Big.
Yeah.
They got some big actors. My
well,
gosh.
this is before that.
Started them.
Yeah.
So
this is like beginning of their career.
So the movie is amazing as a whole. Like visually, acting wise,
soundtrack's great. Yeah, no, it's fucking awesome.
Extreme amount of heart.
Yeah.
I'm
the campfire scene still makes me cry.
Yeah, it was beautifully written.
I'm gonna put that in my watch list on Letterboxd.
You have to.
In fact, I'll do that right now.
Yeah, no, seriously.
One of my favorite lines. When this is all over, are we Power Rangers or are we friends?
Yeah.
I love that line.
Mm.
Well, it's just God,
it's beautiful.
I remember my Angel still hasn't seen it. Oh. She makes fun of me for liking Power Rangers. But she hasn't seen it yet. And I told her that she likes 21 Pilots. and I told her that we don't believe what's on TV. Yeah.
That had a very interesting soundtrack.
It did.
21 Pilots, Social Distortion, Revocation.
Kanye.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Kanye was on there.
There was that death metal song from Revocation that Trini was listening to.
Yeah.
Crazy Girl.
Yeah, she, when I was telling her about how 21, that song from 21 Pilots was on it, she was like, what, really? She was like, that's cool. I was like, yeah, it plays during this scene. I just greatly listened to her. She was like, that sounds depressing. She was like, that's such a weird song to put over that scene. I was like, yeah, I know.
One thing I actually like about the movie way more than the original show is it wasn't popular kids.
Yeah.
It was the outcast and the depressed. And,
we need teens with attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was actual teens with attitude.
Yeah. That was one of the biggest changes that I liked from the original TV show. Like,
they were
I
two
thought it was
like
great.
preppy kids in the original.
Yeah, well,
Even
like
Billy was kind of popular.
Yeah, they were popular. They were all like excelling in activities and all this other stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure that the closest that we got to them being how they were on the show was Jason prior to his accident, and then Kimberly prior to the incident with the other cheerleaders.
Yeah.
That was it. Like, those were the only two kids that were like, It was, I don't know. It was great.
I really hope that rumor, I told you about it before, the YouTuber that I've seen the video of, I really hope that's true. That now they're considering the Netflix show that's going to come out being like a pseudo sequel with the same actor.
I really want it to.
I
really fucking. Okay, you can't give us that post-credit scene
Apparently, I'm missing out.
and then not fucking follow through on it.
Yes.
Green Ranger is my favorite Ranger, specifically, Tommy Oliver's Green Ranger is my number one Ranger in all Power Rangers.
Yes.
Like, I'm so upset that we haven't got any follow-through. I'm so fucking upset. And I understand part of it is because the transition to Saban.
Movie. You actually got me excited to watch it now.
You have to. It's fucking awesome.
Okay.
Tomorrow I'm going into my third watch of it this year.
Oh man,
I don't think my underrated movie is going to top that, but I'll give it a try a little bit at least later. So, what do you got in the underrated for you, Dylan?
That's just one of mine, by the way. But yeah, we'll just discuss and go through it.
Obviously, Black Cauldron is up there.
Okay.
I still haven't read the books. I really, really want to. But like the animation for that time being is outstanding. I regularly think about that movie every single fucking day. It tells a great story. It's a cult classic. It has John Hurt in it. John fucking Hurt. He's the villain in it.
Oh yeah, the Horn King.
Yeah.
That's considered one of the darkest villains in Disney history.
He is. Up until recently, I believe. He had been the only character to do anything with human remains directly. He was also one of the only Disney characters to kill somebody on screen.
The actual animated Disney.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Pirates of the Caribbean. There's definitely killing.
Well, yeah. Well, this was before it.
Right. Yeah. I'm just saying, later on, it definitely got darker with some of them.
Yeah.
Because Pirates of the Caribbean is still mainstream Disney, not like a separate studio like Marvel.
Yeah. Animated Disney was actually pretty squeaky clean for a while there.
Yeah,
right.
Like during the Disney Renaissance, which this was definitely part of the Disney Renaissance.
Well, almost. It was at 85. The Renaissance actually started when The Little Mermaid was out in 85.
No, it's part of the Renaissance.
Oh,
I will fight you on this.
Actually,
John.
you know what?
Part of the Renaissance.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, there was a I'm guessing the Silver Renaissance when the Black Cauldron was out.
There was
I'll give you that. Yes. Okay.
It was absolutely part of the Renaissance.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got my Renaissance.
Anybody on that?
I got my Renaissance confused. I'm sorry.
You're good. It just every part of that movie is fantastic. That movie is part of the reason why I am the way that I am today. For better or worse, it is. Gurgi, standout fucking character. Stand out. You watch that movie, you walk away loving Gurgi. That's just what happens. I don't want to go rant about Black Cauldron. I really don't. We have plenty of other movies to talk about.
Yes, absolutely.
But that's top of my fucking list, other than Power Rangers. That's top of my list. It's a movie that deserves way more love. And I think that Disney is fucking stupid for not monetizing it more. It could make so much more money. They could make so much more money if they just monetize it a little bit more than they currently
That's
are. There's 2 shirts on Amazon.
That's the only Disney animated movie that doesn't have a Blu-ray release.
It is. Well, no, it has a Blu-ray release. They're currently working on 4K releases.
Oh, okay.
They already did Sleeping Beauty. They did Snow White. Like, they need to pull this out of the vault, and they need to do more with it.
Okay.
There's another Disney movie I thought that's kind of underrated, not as much as Black Cauldron. Oliver and Company.
Okay.
I love that one.
I
yes.
agree with
Yes. That one was great.
Oliver and Company is definitely underrated compared to the likes of The Lion King, Hercules.
I watched that on
Aladdin.
VHS tape so many times.
I did too.
It's so great.
Yeah, I definitely think Oliver and Company is underrated.
Yeah.
Billy Joel, I think, is the main. He plays as Dodger the dog.
Yes.
I love that song. It's great. I absolutely love that one. Man, how in the world did I forget Oliver and Company? Man, but actually, I actually didn't do that because it actually did do pretty well at the box office. The 2 underrated movies I actually have on the list is the movies that's very mixed upon critics and didn't quite make as much money. So I got 2 of them. One of them is another Disney movie, and that is The Rescuers Down Under as the most underrated. When you think of the Disney Renaissance, people talk about the classics like The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, The Lion King, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Mulan, Tarzan. I would argue Pocahontas. I love that one. Mm-hmm. This movie is not really much talked about. And most people are saying it's better than the original Rescuers. And I agree with that because
I see.
Because the animation is so gorgeous.
Yeah.
The character design, the one sequence where the boy is flying with the birds and the eagle is flying with him is an amazing shot.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, the computer-generated animation for the Rescuers Down Under was done by Pixar.
That's not too surprising.
And actually got it into Pixar, as we all know today, for making some great animated films. So before they became an animation company, they got to be starting the Rescuers Down Under. But I thought the story, to me, as much as I do love the original Rescuers, the story of this movie is much, much better. I love the adventure parts. And I even love the Australian mouse. When he's like, "Good day, mate. I'm here to help you out." I mean, I love Australians, honestly. I love the way they talk. Australians are cool. I love the way they talk. Just like Jason Statham, he has a cool British accent. Yeah. But Rescuers Down Under is really great. The fact it's not being talked about as part of the great Disney Renaissance, it's a shame. It deserves a lot more love. So that's my first underrated movie. Second underrated movie is the film that I actually got to watch on... I think it was on a Thursday or Friday. And it actually was one of the movies I got to watch this week, and I watched this film the second time. The remake, The Magnificent Seven.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I love this movie. Okay.
A lot of people didn't, so I can see that.
I mean, okay. First of all, Denzel Washington's performance. You can't get away from the performance that he did. He was magnificent in this movie. And
that's going in the bank.
That is the pun. Yes,
You're up to 7.
That was not that was not my intention to say that word actually, but I couldn't help it.
Listen, we count accidentals. I had to count myself that last episode. So.
but
I think me and Paul are the only ones who are doing it intentionally.
Yeah.
But seriously though, I mean, you can't get away how incredible that performance was.
How magnificent it was.
No, I'm not counting it.
I know, because
And of course, I mean, of course, everybody knows that I love Chris Pratt. Everybody knows that I thought he was great in this movie. He was funny. No.
Don't forget Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke was fantastic. Yes, and
Ethan Hawke was underrated.
I'll say that.
Yeah,
I'll say that. Okay.
Yeah. And also, it's surprisingly funny. There's some really good humor in this movie.
Yeah.
But what makes this movie so underrated and so amazing is the action scenes.
Yeah.
Seriously, Antoine Fuqua, he's underrated as a director in general. He knows how to direct incredible action. There's some amazing Western movie action in this movie. And one of my favorite scenes in this movie is when Chris Pratt's character decided to say, I want to show you a card trick. I want to show you a magic trick. And he was able to kill a guy by doing a magic card trick. It's genius. That's how you fool the bad guy, is by doing a magic trick.
I know what that's inspired by.
What?
I'm going to make this pencil disappear.
Well, I don't know about that, but...
he's killing someone with a magic trick. That's what it's inspired by. No.
Yeah,
I'll disagree on that one.
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't seen Magnificent. So.
Just talking out of your ass, man.
Yeah, but always.
But you're making me want to rewatch Magnificent Seven.
I mean,
I've got quite a few more movies underrated. So.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I remember watching it the first time, and I really loved it. So I was really excited to rewatch it because I wanted to make sure that my opinion has not changed on the remake of the Magnificent Seven. And when I watched this movie, it has not changed. This movie did not make a lot of money, which is so disappointing. And maybe the reason why is because people say, "Oh, why are you remaking a 1960s classic of a Western movie? Everybody heard the story before." Hey, modern Westerns are great. Okay? Unforgiven, Tombstone, Magnificent Seven deserves a lot more love.
And let's not forget about the sequels that were like 30 years later, and some of them surpassed the original, like Top Gun.
Yeah.
I mean, Magnificent Seven, I mean, it was a huge franchise to begin with. I mean, they spawned sequels, a TV show. There was an unofficial spin-off movie. I think it took, like, in space.
With a Ridiculous Six?
No.
Hateful Eight?
No. There was another one that you didn't even know. No. That's a story for another time. But
no, it's not for another time. It's coming up. That's coming up.
Is that a pun or is not?
No, I'm being serious.
Oh, okay.
I'm bringing up one of the Fantastic Four movies in a minute.
Oh, okay. What? Really?
The 2005 one.
Oh, okay.
I'd say it's underrated.
Really? Okay.
I gotta mull that one over.
And why? And why is that? Why is it fantastic?
It had a good comedy. It was a decent plot.
Okay.
Dr. Doom was amazing in it.
Yeah.
It didn't deserve all the hate it got.
I still need to.
I'll agree with it. But the reason why I didn't immediately agree was because I've always liked that one.
Yeah, I did.
That's one of the earliest
movies I see in theater.
Yeah, it was one of the earliest movie memories I have.
Yeah.
Was literally like we went to like an AMC theater. It was like me, my dad, and my brother. I think. We went to an AMC theater. And I remember they were playing the trailer on the TV above the concession stand, and all I saw was Johnny Storm doing this.
Yes.
And then
Chris Evans is great as Human Torch.
Yeah, no, for real. I don't know why he got so much shit.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
I will admit, there actually was one line in the movie that I will admit actually is pretty funny. When she says, "You're hot," and he said, "Well, thank you, so are you."
Yeah.
Actually, is a pretty good line.
That's yours. That's mine. Nurses.
But yeah, I still never even bothered to watch it because I was just thinking that they never done a great Fantastic Four movie, which that's the reason why I'm excited for the MCU movie that they're making.
The first two are okay.
Okay.
Rise of Silver Surfer in 2005 are okay.
I don't think Rise of Silver Surfer was as good as the first one.
It was.
But it was
still good.
It was better than Fantastic.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that 2015 travesty. Oh
Yeah.
God.
I need to rewatch it. I need to rewatch it.
It's not the actor's fault, but oh my gosh,
that wasn't even the worst superhero movie.
It does. What's the worst superhero movies of all time?
It's not the worst though.
Oh, it was.
I'll agree.
It
That's
was
one of the worst.
Horrible. I hated the whole
movies.
thing. Well, I can argue with that one too.
Steel and Catwoman.
And Catwoman. Catwoman was terrible too.
Catwoman
Yes.
too.
Catwoman was terrible too. Yeah.
I'd say Fantastic Four. This is going to get me a lot of crap. Another superhero one. I feel like Jonah Hex is underrated.
Still haven't seen Jonah Hex.
Word.
It's not bad.
It's Josh Brolin, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
but of the superhero movies, besides Power Rangers, the biggest underrated movie is Dredd.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'll say that.
Dredd is
Dredd
great.
is incredible.
Yeah. Yes, I did love Dredd. Yeah.
One more superhero movie underrated, Ghost Rider.
Wow.
That shouldn't even be considered underrated.
Wow.
It didn't do well though.
It may not have done well while it was in theaters, but it's definitely gotten a lot more love now. Yeah. I think the only parts of that movie that don't get a lot of love now is Black Lash.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think that's the only part of the movie where everybody was like, bah. But the rest of it, everybody loves. I was surprised when my coworker loved it, and she's like 60-something. I was genuinely surprised.
This is kind of like an honorable mention because I don't feel it's underrated. It did horrible at the box office, but they're considered some of the best movies of all time now. The Blade Runner movies.
Huh.
Neither one of them did well at the box office at all.
That's true.
I'm not going to give any opinions on Blade Runner.
I know you're not.
But I got to get you back on the Jordan Hacks. I'm sorry. I did not like it. I thought it was so disappointing. It
was fun.
I mean, I wanted
if you like fun superhero movies, it's fun.
I wanted to like it because it has my favorite genre, superhero and western, but I found the movie just kind of boring. I didn't think the action was that great. The only thing that saved it, though, was Michael Fassbender as the villain. He was great, but that's the only thing I like about the movie.
I would like to call back last episode. Somebody said that they don't read the comics. Now, can you say that it was one of the worst superhero movies ever?
I will not go that far.
Okay.
It was bad, but it's not
Okay.
it's not the worst movie. I mean, I gave a movie.
I'll pull out this card that I have.
I think I gave a movie. I think I gave a movie a D. Not quite the worst movie, but I didn't care for it.
If we're doing letter ratings, I'd give it a B-.
I got two people on the opposite of the spectrum in this room talking to this about this movie to me, and I don't know if I want to watch it. I can't tell. You guys have made a 50-50.
If you like being entertained, it's dumb entertainment.
Okay.
And
Doesn't it have Megan Fox?
Yeah, she plays like a prostitute or something.
She was horribly miscast. I'm sorry. Megan Fox. I'm sorry. She cannot act. I'm sorry. She can't act.
She's going to be in Expendables 4.
She was good in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. I'll probably give her a pass in the Ninja Turtles.
She's also good. She is also good in the second Transformers movie.
I'll call those underrated too, the Turtle movies.
Boy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll call the two Turtle movies underrated.
The second Transformers movie is lower on my list than all the other Transformers movies, which is kind of surprising given the Mark Wahlberg ones.
I didn't mind Age of Extinction. I haven't seen The Last Night.
They were enjoyable. I like them.
I'm going to rewatch them all before the new one.
The first one was the best one.
I'm
and
skipping.
Then it
I'm
kind of
skipping
goes downhill
entirely.
from there, up until Bumblebee.
Yeah, Bumblebee.
Yeah, up until Bumblebee. Bumblebee was fucking great. I need to buy that soon for my rewatch prior to.
I've got them all on DVD. I don't have the Blu-rays yet. Did you see when the new one's taking place? The year I was born, 94.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
So it's a sequel to Bumblebee, not.
Yeah. Well, that's what they were saying about Bumblebee was restarting the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The only other movie I could think of off the top of my head that's underrated, I'll say Need for Speed. It didn't do nearly as well as Fast and Furious.
Okay, yeah.
It was a fun movie, though.
Okay.
It was like a road trip across the country type thing. Still had some street races. And Aaron Paul did good. I love Imogen Poots. You got Michael Keaton. You can't go wrong with Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say Need for Speed is underrated. That's all I can think of off the top of my head, really.
Do you have any other underrated movies?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
I have a list about the same length as Matthew's. I'll go kind of fast. I'll leave my argumentative ones for the last. So Haunted Mansion 2003 with Eddie Murphy. I rewatch that every year. It's by far one of my favorite Halloween movies to watch. It's just pure fun. A lot of people hate it because it deviates from the ride a lot. But I also have to ask, only hardcore Haunted Mansion nerds are gonna know the story of the Haunted Mansion. The only reason why I know the actual story of the Haunted Mansion is because I watch a YouTuber who's a hardcore nerd of the Haunted Mansion. That's the only reason. So I gotta say, for all the casual viewers, don't be deterred by the Haunted Mansion fans that are like, "Oh no, it's a bad movie." Fucking watch it. Haunted Mansion is a great attraction. This movie is a great movie, first of all. Purely. It's got Terrence Stamp. It's got Eddie Murphy. What else do you fucking need in a Haunted Mansion movie?
I got one more when you're done I forgot about.
It's the ride is dark humor, and this brings the dark humor to a fucking T. It does. it's also just a great October movie. Like, if you want something that's
I need to put
not
that
very
on
dark,
the,
and if you
Halloween.
want something that's funny, like, this is what you go to.
I need to put it on the Halloween movies watch list.
Yeah, no,
Absolutely.
it's great. I love the movie. Like, I mean,
It's something that's not straight up horror, but it's like Scooby-Doo Goosebumps level horror.
Yeah. Like, it's just great. Like, I love it. I 5 out of 10. No, well, not 5 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
But 5 stars, 10
Five
out
out
of
of
10.
five, yeah.
It's really good. I'd also say Without a Paddle, it has Seth Green, Dax Shepard.
Yeah.
It's got Matthew Lillard. A lot of people don't like that movie either. I think that it's really good in my opinion. That was one of the movies that I watched as a kid pretty often, which
It's about
it's probably one of those movies that I shouldn't have watched as a kid, because I went for like.
It is the 20th anniversary of the Haunted Mansion movie.
They're not going to do anything with it though.
Yeah, I
unfortunately.
know. But the fact it came out 20 years, it's crazy how time flies so fast. When
Yeah,
it
and
comes
we're
out.
getting the new Haunted Mansion movie this year.
That's
which
true.
which is by Guillermo del Toro, and he's a huge Haunted Mansion fan, so people should love it. No, Without a Paddle's great. It took me 15 years to understand the.
Oh, Without a Paddle. Okay.
I stole this rubber from my dad joke. It took a while. It's just. It also took me a while to realize that they were throwing bags of poop down at the hunters. It took me a while for that one. No, Without a Paddle is also really good. Okay, let me save that one for later. Scott Pilgrim isn't quite underrated. A lot of people like it. I feel like there's only like a minority.
Like Ghost Rider, like mid underrated.
I'd say so.
It didn't do very
it's
well
definitely
at the
worth a
box office
mention.
either.
It didn't, but it actually recently celebrated its 10th anniversary, and there was a lot of love for it.
And
Also,
now they're doing that TV show coming out.
yeah, I'm really excited. About
And there
that.
was an 8-bit video game that came out.
Yeah,
with
the
it
video
as
game
well.
was awesome. Anybody that played it fucking loved it. The movie was also made by Edgar Wright, which is one of my favorite filmmakers of all
Baby
time.
Driver.
If not my, yeah, exactly, Baby Driver, Shaun of the Dead.
Baby Driver's my favorite.
Yeah, it just Edgar Wright cannot fucking do any wrong as far as I'm aware. I still haven't watched Last Night in Soho, but
I haven't seen that either.
yeah, no, that's really good.
We should just do an episode on legendary movies.
I
Even if they're
can
not
do
our
that.
favorites.
Yeah. Okay.
Universally praised movies, whatever.
Sorcerer's Apprentice, which had Jay Baruchel and Nicolas Cage.
What movie?
Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Okay.
It was one of those ones where it had a good soundtrack, it had a good premise. It was supposed to get a sequel.
It was surprisingly good.
It didn't do as well in theaters as they wanted it to. I think that's the main reason why we never got a sequel, other than how Nicolas Cage isn't a big fan of Disney now.
I did not know that.
Well, it's because they were dragging their feet on the National Treasure movie.
Gotcha. Right.
No, he's not a big fan of Disney now, but it's a really good movie. It came out like 2010, I think. I liked it a lot. I'll also say Princess and the Frog does not get enough love. I'll say that. Princess and the Frog deserves so much more love.
I love that one.
Top 2D movies of all fucking time. It's just
it
fucking
did
great.
It did do pretty good at the box office, and a lot of people seem to love it. But when people do talk about like the greatest Disney animated movies,
When people talk about Disney animated
that's
movies,
true.
they don't really talk about it. Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
People are also upset about it with it now because of the whole Disney Parks thing. They're replacing one of the iconic rides of Disney Parks now.
I can make the argument that the main character is the most important Disney character.
Yeah, I'll see that.
Very important Disney princess.
Yeah, no, she's great. I just the song Evangeline. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your opinion is on Disney movies. Evangeline is top 5 Disney songs ever. I will
it's
go
great.
on fucking record as saying that.
It's
I
great.
will fight anybody that says that it doesn't belong in the top 5. I'm not saying it's number 1.
Right.
I've never even seen it, so.
You have to. Put
It's-
that
it-
on your fucking list.
Okay.
Yes, it's great.
It's fucking brilliant.
And the hand-drawn animation, gorgeous.
The animation's-
It's so good.
You have to see it for the animation alone.
Okay.
No, it really is really, really good. But before I move on to my last underrated movie, Princess and the Frog I'm really excited. I'm really excited because when Angel and I get married, we're going to go on a honeymoon. We're going to go to Disney World. And by the time that we go to Disney World, the revamp of I already forget what the Splash Mountain. It's a revamp of Splash Mountain. They decided to change the theming of Splash Mountain to Princess and the Frog.
Oh, nice!
And by the time that we go on our honeymoon, that might be open. So that's gonna be fucking awesome. I'm so excited. I love that movie so much.
It's really great.
It's top 2D movie.
It's really great that despite the fact that the film is underappreciated, it still gets its own ride.
Yes,
that's great.
Yeah, no,
that's awesome.
It's about time because they've done like meet and greets. They've had like tiny little special events, and then other than that, it was basically just a float. That was it. Tiana doesn't get a whole lot of love, and it's upsetting.
I'm excited for the TV show that's
movie.
coming out on Disney Plus. I'm really excited about that.
I forgot about the TV show.
Yeah, it's coming on Disney Plus. Really excited about that.
Excited for that. Okay. My last movie, and it's one of those movies that I have a really strong opinion of, is Speed Racer.
Ooh, interesting.
I saved this one for last, for a reason. The live action Speed Racer movie is gold. Anybody that has a bad opinion of that movie needs to rewatch it. I mean it. It's such a fucking good movie. The action is great. The writing is great. People say it's cheesy. Yeah, it's supposed to be fucking cheesy. That's how it was made.
It's based on anime.
It is from a '60s animated TV show. If they did not go where they did with that movie, if they didn't do the visuals with that movie that they did, like people criticize it for the green screen. If they didn't do that, it would have flopped. It would have failed drastically. There was no way to achieve the dream of that fucking movie without doing what they did. It's a great fucking movie. I cannot wait for the sequel. They've been talking about it for years.
Even though it's flawed, they're still doing a sequel?
Yes, they've been talking about it for years. Emil Hirsch, so recent as like 2021, I think. Might have been 2020. But Emil Hirsch was like, yeah, no, I've seen scripts. He's like, they're still working on it.
Interesting.
They're like, but we've seen scripts. I know that I'm not the only one that's seen them. He's like, yeah, no, they're still working on it. And I can't ever pass up the chance to watch it. When I was, one of the first nights that we were doing the move, to the new place, one of the first nights, my mom was watching Speed Racer on her new TV in the living room. And we weren't supposed to be there that long. I sat and watched it with her for about an hour and a half. It's like a 2-hour movie. I watched it all the way through the Monte Cristo fight, or I think it's Monte Cristo, the Monte Cristo segment. I watched all the way through that, and then like Angel had to drag me out of the house because I wanted to finish that movie. Like I love that movie so much.
It's
and
great.
There are a lot of people that love that movie.
Interesting.
It's one of those movies where if I were to actively campaign for something, I would actively campaign for it to be brought to 4K. Putting that movie on 4K would do it so much justice. Like, I mean, it deserves so much love than it currently gets, and it's just overly a fantastic fucking movie.
There's a movie I forgot about, and that's kind of how I am. I can't wait to watch it all the time.
Yeah.
Was that your whole list?
Yeah, that was it.
2 movies I forgot about. Terminator Genesis.
Okay.
I don't care. It's a good movie. A lot of people didn't like it. Like the plot was great. I thought the plot was amazing.
Okay.
I liked Emilia Clarke as Sarah Connor. The other one, it did kind of well at the box office. It made it was a $50 million budget, made $215 million.
Okay.
So it did kind of decent, knowing with Nicolas Cage.
That movie was so weird.
The critics hated it. It has like a 30%, but I love it.
It's really interesting. It was so. I remember when Matthew and I, when we watched that movie, I was freaked out by the numbers he actually was.
He kept wanting to say, "I'm not scared. I'm scared." Finally, he's like, "I'm scared."
It's creepy. There's one scene in the movie where he was figuring out the puzzle, the numbers, everything of how many people died in 9/11, and when he said the exact number of people that died in 9/11, I was thinking, "Whoa, okay, thank you for that."
Wait, you've never seen it?
I was gonna ask what's knowing about. I've seen like the poster and stuff. Obviously, like I haven't gone my entire life not knowing about this movie. I just haven't watched
He's
it.
annoying. He's annoying. He said the word annoying.
Yeah, I know.
I thought it was funny when you said that. But anyway, go ahead.
You've never seen it?
No. What's it about?
Better off you not knowing. I'm gonna get my Blu-ray before you leave, and you can watch it this week.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's streaming anywhere. Let me look. But if not, I'll give you my Blu-ray to watch this week.
Okay. While you're doing that, John, you got more for your underrated?
You know what? I think I'll add one more underrated, and then we'll get to, and then we're gonna get to a fist fight of overrated.
Yeah.
HBO Max and Hulu.
Okay. I'll have to check it
and
out.
Honestly,
there's
also the underrated movie. It's also kind of my guilty pleasure, but at the same time, I'm not kind of guilty that I love this movie. The live-action Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle. I love that movie. First of all, I'm gonna put this in the underrated list because I grew up watching the Rocky and Bullwinkle TV show, and that's and that's the reason why that I love doing my Bullwinkle voice, because that's my favorite impression to do is Bullwinkle. But the movie is so funny. It's got some great fourth wall jokes. I found the humor to be really funny. Critics hated it, and fans did not like it. But as a Bullwinkle fan, I love the movie. It's got Jason Alexander, who plays as Boris, the original villain of the Rocky and Bullwinkle TV show. And there's some great cameos in this movie. That's also it's really clever. Whoopi Goldberg is in this movie as a judge. You got the legendary Jonathan Winters, who actually played multiple cameos in that movie, and that's what I love about. That's what I love about movies that's based on cartoons. You get some cameos of popular celebrities. You're like, oh, I've seen that celebrity.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put it in the underrated list. But also, it's kind of my guilty pleasure at the same time because as much as the critics hate it, I watched that on VHS tape multiple times. It's really funny.
You just gave me two more by mentioning Rocky and Bullwinkle. Other kid shows turned movies. Yogi Bear.
Okay.
I do like that
with
one.
Dan Aykroyd, right? As Yogi?
I think so.
Okay.
And it's got Reverse Flash as the Park Ranger.
Yeah.
I really like that one.
I really like that Yogi Bear movie. Do you mind if I shoot you? Huh? I think he means with the camera, Yogi. Yeah, Yogi Bear and Tom and Jerry didn't do well either.
Thank
I still
you.
haven't watched
Yes,
Tom and Jerry.
I love the live action Tom and Jerry.
It was hilarious.
It was. I'm so glad you said that because that's another movie that I went to go see in theaters, and yet it didn't do very well with critics. But fans loved it. Fans loved it for the Tom and Jerry.
The elephant at the end. Mouse. WTF?
Honestly, Matthew, I'm actually very happy you said the Tom and Jerry live action movie. It is great.
That and Yogi Bear are both good. I like both of those more than the Scooby-Doo live action.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I didn't care for the Scooby-Doo live actions that much.
I know.
Scoob.
I didn't care for that as much either.
Scoob's underrated.
Oh,
it's underrated. But yeah,
I've been wanting to watch that, but because of COVID, and then also it's not even theaters. I was just like,
I got it on
great.
Blu-ray at work.
Watch it. Keep a really open mind about Shaggy. I was not. Shaggy was the worst part for me.
Yes.
Really?
I love the actor. I'm forgetting his name. Will. Fuck, I'm forgetting his name.
I don't think that's his name.
He was on SNL and stuff. He's done a lot of comedy stuff.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't figure out the name.
Will Forte.
Will Forte, yeah.
He played as Shaggy?
He was Shaggy.
Okay.
He does his best to do a Shaggy impression the entire movie. It's okay.
The villain, though.
Oh, dude, Dick Dastardly. Dick Dastardly.
Really?
Yes, it's
I watched Wacky Races so many times when I was a kid.
Dick Dastardly and Muttley are both in it. They are the villains.
You got me hooked.
Yeah,
I need to watch that.
It also has it has Blue Falcon. It has Dynamite. It has Captain Caveman.
They were going to do a Hanna-Barbera universe, and
the credits are literally setting up the universe.
And the movie still didn't do well. I hope they still do it.
Well, it was also still part of COVID.
That's true.
That was still part of it.
Yeah,
but another part of it was the
like
casting.
$70 million less than the budget.
Yeah. No, Scoob is a great movie in my opinion.
Okay, I'll give it a watch.
The first time that I went into it with the opinion that I think everybody else did with Scoob, where it was like, well, they recasted some of the better voices of the Scooby-Doo game, like Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
I would have 1,000% preferred to have Matthew Lillard in there. They could have kept the rest of the cast the same, That would have been fine.
Man,
Like Zac Efron.
you gave me, boy, guys. You guys,
Will
you
Forte
guys
was
are
the falling
you guys
point.
are giving me some really good movies to check out.
Yeah.
The Haunted Mansion, Scoob,
Yeah.
Power Rangers. Man, there's definitely some movies I need to check
Power
out.
Rangers is essential, and Knowing is essential.
Okay, I'll check out.
Yeah.
Knowing
So
tonight.
okay, those are actually really good lists for the underrated movies.
Knowing isn't scary.
Right.
It's
But it's-
extremely tense.
And,
Okay.
and,
Like,
it's,
it's definitely
it's so weird.
Okay,
I was so creeped out by, like I said, by the puzzles. It's weird.
I'm gonna text Angel and ask her if she wants to watch a Nick Cage movie tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely watch it as soon as you can. And
okay.
just let me know when you watch it, because I can't wait to hear your opinion on it.
Yeah.
It's actually one of my favorite movies.
It is really great. It is really great.
It's definitely in my top 100.
And now we go to the flip side where we get the overrated movies list. I feel like we should say Matthews for last because I got a feeling he's
No.
because I got a feeling
No.
he's
We're just discussing it
No.
outright again.
I know.
No.
I know.
I'm
got-
gonna say I need to be last.
Okay.
Okay.
Toy Story.
I that better be a joke.
It's not.
I-
It's decent.
What?
It's decent, but it's extremely overrated.
What?
Do you go up with Toy Story 2?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh.
And I haven't seen 3, 4, and 4 yet.
You still need to watch 3, 4.
I'm gonna kill you later. I'm gonna
Bring it.
because I'm not making this up, Matthew. I'm actually mad at you that you said Toy Story. I'm actually mad at you. I'm gonna kill you later on this one.
I've never
Okay.
had the attachment to Toy Story. I really haven't. I have a bunch of Toy Story underwear. But I've never had. Sorry, TMI. I've never had that attachment. So I'm not super upset that you said that it's overrated.
Oh, I'm
especially since you said that
really
Toy Story 2
upset.
is better.
I'm really upset. Yeah.
Well, I got another one
But-
for you now.
Which we'll get to that in just a moment because I got two overrated movies, which for me are way overrated than your Toy Story pick. Which this fight's not over, Matthew. It's not over. All right, two overrated movies. Okay, the one movie won for Best Picture at the 2000 Academy Awards, and then the other is a Christmas movie. So let's start with the first one. Which the movie not only for me ages poorly, which I haven't even seen the movie, but I'm putting it on this list anyway.
If you say The Matrix.
No, it's not The Matrix. It didn't even win for Best Picture. It wasn't even nominated. So it's
It
not.
should've been.
It's not The Matrix. It's the movie that for me that not only ages poorly, but also did not help because of what happened in 2017 with Kevin Spacey.
Age poorly like you. Oh!
Wow. Watch it, Matthew. We haven't even got to 30 yet. I haven't even got to 30 yet.
We're warming
You'll
up.
be turning to 30 soon, but that I digress. All right, but the movie I'm talking about that ages poorly is American Beauty.
Never seen it.
Well,
Yeah,
let me.
I can't fight that one.
Well, let me give you the premise for this one. If I'm not mistaken, it's about Kevin Spacey having a midlife crisis, and he falls in love with a woman that's not even in his adult age, and possibly under 20. It's disturbing, and yet for some reason, it won the Academy Award for Best Picture.
Pretty soon you're going to have a midlife crisis. Wait, what?
Over the hill.
And here's what's weird too. It was directed by the great Sam Mendes, a great director, and he won Best Directing for American Beauty. I'm pretty sure the direction could be fine, but the story is so disturbing. And it doesn't even help either that the Kevin Spacey crime in 2017. Oh my bug! Don't get me started with the controversy of Kevin Spacey. You look it up for yourself, guys.
Yeah, we're not getting into that.
because
Yeah,
they know
we try not to touch
they know exactly
controversies here.
exactly what I'm talking about. But it making matters worse, for some reason, it won Best Picture over The Green Mile, which was a far better movie. And also Toy Story 2, which wasn't even nominated for Best Picture. It got 100% for Rotten Tomatoes. It wasn't even nominated for Best Picture. And you mean to tell me that American Beauty is better than The Green Mile and Toy Story 2? Screw you. So, that's my first overrated movie. Second overrated movie. This is one of those movies that I do not understand why it's considered the greatest Christmas movie of all time. And that is A Christmas Story. I do not understand why this movie is considered the greatest Christmas movie. This movie is not only overrated, but I don't understand why people love this movie. Let me explain to you why.
Dylan's over here.
The plot is very
I'm so offended.
the plot
I'm
is
pretty sure my dad could feel the offense. I'm going to have to step in for my dad here in a second.
Well, let me explain to you why. I found the story to be very standard. I find the characters not that memorable. And also, they run this freaking movie for 24 hours. That is saying that's the only Christmas movie that people are going to watch on Christmas. Where's Die Hard? Where's Elf? Where's The Grinch 2018? Where's Jingle Jangle, the musical movie?
Where's Shazam?
Or Shazam.
Spirited.
Well, okay, I'll give you
Batman
that.
Returns.
I was Batman Return. This is the greatest Christmas movie. Lethal Weapon. That's debatable. I love Lethal Weapon.
That's where you draw your line? Lethal Weapon?
I don't consider.
That's where you draw your line.
It's more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard is.
Well, debate on that. Very, very soon. As much as I love
that should
it,
be a Christmas episode.
as much as I love Lethal Weapon, but the Christmas Story, I didn't love it. I don't get it. I don't understand why people love that movie. I personally don't even find it funny. There are some humor I will admit actually was pretty good, like the narrator and stuff. But what's so special about it? I don't get it. And the sequel, surprisingly, was great. I actually loved the sequel better than the original, which was weird because I thought to myself, no, I'm probably not going to like it. The sequel was much more funnier. And the story was better.
It had the same jokes.
It doesn't matter.
It had the same jokes.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You're saying it's funnier, but it had the same jokes.
It doesn't matter. I just prefer the sequel over the original because I get the humor. So
it's the same jokes. He just said it.
Yeah, seriously, it's the same fucking jokes.
I don't care. It's funny. It's much more funnier than the original.
So then you have the same opinion of both movies. I don't. It's the same characters. It's the same jokes. It's the same place. It's the same basic premise.
I think it's
for me, not really. Because when I watched the movie, I felt the story was completely different than the original.
The basic premise, and you could say the end goal was not the same. You could absolutely say that. You could say the star goal wasn't the same. The same basic premise of both movies is the fact that these parents are trying to get presents for their kids. That's the basic fucking premise. That's how they start the first movie. That's how they end the first movie. That's how they go throughout the entire movie. Second movie, I will give you, it doesn't start the same way. It doesn't end the same way. But it has the same basic premise. There's even the plot line in the second one about how all the kids' presents are stolen. Like, also, bad characters?
I'm sorry.
John, those are real life people. Those are actual people. Those are... The second movie was about how they're actual people. That's... Ralphie, on the second movie, was in a What?
Here comes the rant.
Ralphie in the second movie was a struggling author. He made his career writing about his father. Ralphie's the narrator in the first movie. It's the story of Ralphie's life. It's the actual story. Yes, it's modified. Yes, they do go a little extra. But they're real people. They're real people. The first movie was based on his book. The book that he was writing by the end of the second movie. I know.
Someone comes up into some dog crap.
I can't. Okay. My take is still more blasphemous. I'm going to say that now. My take, my overrated movie is still worse than this. Somehow. Somehow.
Well, you're going to say this one for last anyway.
You might as well get it out now while you're ranting.
I know. I didn't know that I could be this offended by this opinion. I grew up watching this movie every fucking year. And I quite honestly didn't care for it. I will say that. I still liked it. I still think that it was a great movie to watch every year for Christmas. My dad was the main driving force behind that movie in my house growing up.
Okay.
This is one of, if not his favorite movies ever. So even if I don't stand in for my love of the movie, I have to stand in for his.
Well,
John, you have to stop giving these bad takes.
I never said the movie was bad, though.
I'm defending you every week. I hope you know that. I'm defending you in your takes.
I never said the movie was bad. I just thought it was just okay.
You said it was overrated. You said the characters were bad. You said the sequel was better than the first one.
Because I thought the humor...
When literally all the issues you have with the first one are there in the second one. They're the same characters, the same people. It's the same jokes. Like, it has... If you can't admit that it's the same basic premise... You have to admit, at least, that it has the same story beats, first of all. And second of all, that it's on par with the story of the first one. Just removing this from the real world. I'm sorry, I just spit a little bit. Removing this story from the fact that it's based on real people and real events. Removing it completely. The second one is at least on par with the first one.
I think
you have to
watch them back to back.
You have to. You have to. Like, I don't. I have never been. Okay.
I think this might be the loudest rant since the Star Wars episode.
I think this might be more intense than the Star Wars episode.
I have never been this upset. Your guys' rankings did not upset me with Star Wars. They didn't. John, I thought you were fucking ridiculous with that Revenge of the Sith ranking. I'm just saying. Second, it was like, what, second from last?
I think
right?
So, yeah.
No. I had this one as like I said, it's my favorite of the prequels, but
no, it's third from last.
Third from last? Third from last! Really?
If it makes it any better...
You have not...
If it makes it any better,
you guys have not pissed me off this much.
Dylan, if it makes it...
Not even that.
It makes it better, we both up Solo.
I'm trying to sweet talk him.
You're trying to talk me down right now. You really are.
Dylan,
you're trying to get me in a back down.
I gotta be honest
with you.
I did not know. I didn't know this movie meant a lot to your dad. I never meant to make him upset. It's just not made for me. I just did not think that it deserved to be running for 24 hours straight. I mean, if you're gonna watch something else for 24 hours, watch something else other than A Christmas Story. I'm just saying.
Dylan is sweating over here.
I'm like I said, I have not been this upset on the podcast. I haven't. I've gone on rants before. I have. I've gone hard before. No, this literally pissed me off. This is one of those things where, like, okay, I can't be like, oh, the prequels aren't for everybody. I can't. Most of the points that you brought up for this movie, most of them are so bad. So bad. Like, I can't. Like, I can't.
I can't even with him.
When we come around to whatever Christmas episode or episodes that we do, come December, I don't want to hear fucking shit. I don't want to hear a single fucking bad thing about Christmas Story. If you have a single thought about Christmas Story come up during a Christmas episode, that isn't, okay, it's a good Christmas movie.
I'll take some
that's
water,
not,
yes.
if those words don't come out of your mouth in relation to Christmas Story, I don't want to fucking hear it. I will bring duct tape for the Christmas episodes. I will tape you to that chair, duct tape your mouth, if I hear something bad about Christmas Story.
John, the whole episode.
Well,
I cannot stand for it saying that it's overrated.
Well,
I can stand for people not being a fan for it. Absolutely. I cannot stand for people saying that's overrated.
Well, if you think that's bad, I put the Santa Claus 3 ahead of A Christmas Story.
You're fucking insane. I'm saying that now. I'm saying that now.
I don't care.
Any Santa Claus Tim Allen movie or project that you place ahead of Christmas Story that isn't the first movie, I can excuse the first movie. Anything that you do that you put over the Christmas Story movie that has fucking Tim Allen in it? No. No.
Not even Die Hard?
That doesn't have Tim
No.
Allen.
Die Hard is not over Christmas Story. It's not. I'm not going to say it's the best Christmas movie ever. Don't think that I'm saying that, John.
Okay.
I'm not. It's not the best Christmas Story movie
We're in the
ever,
middle of
and that
summer,
can get
and
people
it's not
pissed
even
off at me.
Christmas yet.
People can get pissed off at me for saying that. I'll take it lying down. I will. However, having this slander, I can't. You have pissed me off
I'm sorry.
almost more than I've been pissed off this entire fucking year.
Well,
Just
you
by
know
saying
what?
that.
What are you doing? Matthew already pisses me off when he put Toy Story in the most overrated list.
Well, now you know how it fucking feels, don't it?
Oh, I got more for you too. So
Oh God, Matthew, what
Like I said,
what
my
else
overrated has to go
what else
last,
can you do to tick me off other than Toy
oh,
Story?
this one's for Dylan. I watched it a second time after I seen it earlier this year. It's overrated. It's decent, but it does not deserve the love it gets. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh! Tell us why,
Right after
Matthew.
that?
Tell us
Yeah,
why.
right after
Tell us
that.
why. Why?
It's a good movie. It's not great. Like it does not deserve that. The people consider it like one of the greatest movies of all time.
I won't say that it's one of the greatest movies of all time. I won't.
I still give it a 4-star, but it's not.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
not-
Is it one of those ones that was overhyped for you?
Yeah.
Okay. I can stand by that opinion.
So many people like wear Jack Skellington stuff all the time and
Yeah.
all this other stuff, and it's good. It's not great.
I think you already. I think we ticked off.
Yeah,
I think we ticked off Dylan twice on two Christmas
Well,
movies.
it's okay. So
Or is it a Halloween movie? That's another debate.
Yeah, both.
Is it Nightmare Before
Both.
Christmas or is it a Halloween movie?
both.
Oh, both. Okay.
Both.
Sure.
Watch it at all points of the year. Like
Except for
it's a
Matthew,
great
since
fucking
he
movie.
doesn't care for it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll
okay,
rewatch it once in a while, but yeah,
okay, I'll give it this about the Nightmare Before
You at least said that it was a good movie.
Yeah.
You just said you were just saying that it's overhyped.
yeah.
I can get behind that.
I'll get this. I'll tell you this about the Nightmare Before Christmas. I need to watch this movie the second time because I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. The animation is wonderful, and I do love the animation.
Yeah.
But I was expecting a lot more comedy. That's part of the reason
Nightmare
why.
Before Christmas?
Yeah, yeah.
It literally has Nightmare in the title.
It wasn't scary though, which is good. It wasn't that scary.
Now Dylan can't process.
What?
Why would you think that it was really funny?
I
Why would you like that's
I-
my question?
was just expecting a lot of stop motion and also computer.
all stop motion.
and stop motion computer and also Android animation to have all of them to be comedy.
It was all stop motion.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Because I like my sense of humor, like lots of sense of humor when I watch animated movies. But I'll watch it a second time. Hopefully, I'll appreciate this movie a lot
Spider-Verse
more.
doesn't have that much humor, and Spider-Verse is one of the greatest movies of all time. Yeah, Dylan.exe is stuff working. Please restart the program.
Zoom, zoom.
You know that sound of like rusty brakes,
Yeah.
especially on like a train. It feels like somebody just applied the brake full force on a fucking train. So it's all just like slamming against one another.
Or the Teen Titans episode where Starfire says she's going to recite the poem of gratitude, all 5,000 verses, and you just see the screen shaking and hear.
That's pretty good. That was pretty good. But
Dylan's not going to survive this episode.
well, I'll get to Dylan in just a
You
moment.
pissed
but,
me off and then you confused me. This has to be a crime.
Well, honestly, and I'm pretty sure Dylan's going to tell me the same thing. But I'm telling you this now, Matthew. I'm not joking. I'm not joking when I say I'm mad at you for pointing Toy Story. That is one of the worst movie opinions I've ever heard in my life, and you should get your movie permits out of your pocket. I'm being serious. Toy Story does not deserve to belong in the overrated category.
Oh, there's one.
First of all, the animation, I know people say it ages badly. No, it does not. The movie still ages beautifully. And this movie, it's not Pixar.
Every way but visually,
It's
yeah.
not Pixar without Toy Story. Any other Pixar movie, it will not do well.
Oh, I've got an even worse opinion.
You know what? I can agree with that last little bit, John.
Yeah,
I
and also the characters are iconic. The movie is funny. It's got some. It's got great storyline. It's.
Oh, I've got an even worse opinion.
Oh God, just it can't be worse than Toy Story because it's my favorite franchise of all time.
IMDb's #1 rated movie of all time. The Shawshank Redemption.
No! Alyssa's gonna listen to this episode, and you're gonna make her disappointed.
I'm living for the torture here.
Oh, Shawshank! That's one of the greatest movies of all time, and I watched the whole thing, and I love the film. And you're.
When I watched it, I was not impressed.
Oh
I'm not a fan of prison movies, though.
Oh my bug, Matthew. Just.
I'm actually enjoying this.
Oh my word.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
I'm not really gonna disagree with you. No, I'm not.
That's it. Your movie permit is definitely going up your pocket. Twice now. Twice.
And I won't watch The Green Mile, so.
Well, of course you're not, because you don't like his style of directing.
No, it's something else, but yeah.
But what about that scene where
No. We're not getting into it because you're gonna give me a panic attack. I don't do execution scenes.
Okay, yeah, all right.
So the whole premise of the movie is a no-go.
Oh no! The Shawshank Redemption.
Okay,
the scene where he gets out of prison and it's raining. What about that scene?
That was decent.
One of the best shots in all of film history.
Wow.
Yeah, the movie's not that good though.
John, you're finding this fight on your own. I don't share the same opinion, but I guess
you're enjoying seeing.
I'll tell you that Josh's movie opinions are still kind of terrible. Yours is yours. I'm questioning your movie taste. I'm really questioning your movie taste, Matthew. Oh God! First he thinks Jonah Hex is underrated, and he put Toy Story and Shawshank Redemption as overrated. You're not only wrong, but you're gonna get destroyed by people that are listening to this podcast. You're gonna get destroyed.
John, you've been giving constant bad takes this entire time.
This entire podcast.
Hey, it's our opinion. I'm not saying it's correct.
If it's an opinion, how can it directly be wrong?
Ooh, controversy.
Oh boy. Well,
now watch him backpedal.
Oh, now his system crashed. Okay.
It doesn't matter. He's still wrong about Shawshank Redemption, and he certainly is wrong about Toy Story.
That's his opinion, though. He can't be directly wrong.
Yeah. He is directly wrong. So wrong on so many levels.
Opinion.
Yeah, that's your opinion. That's not fact.
I see why you do this.
Man, I really thought Matthew was kidding when he said Toy Story. But when I was talking to my coworkers about it, and they said no, it's not overrated. Matthew, you're alone on this one. You can't name. Well, okay, Robbie. Robbie does not like Toy Story. He thinks it's creepy. It's not. It's not. It's not creepy.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is.
Robbie, let him know how bad it is, because I know you've listened to this podcast.
Sid's Toys, like example 1.
Yeah.
Sid's Toys. Yes. Just the animation of humans.
I got 2 more.
Oh God! It better not be in my. It better not be in my favorite movies too.
E.T. It's another one that's good, but it's really overhyped.
You are like, okay, that counts as 3.
Get ready for number 4. Another one where it's good, but it's really overhyped. The Back to the Future series.
Oh.
Goodbye. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Woo!
Oh.
I've watched them a couple times.
Oh my gosh.
I don't watch them that often. They're not my favorites. They're for sci-fi, they're lower tier for me.
Oh
From the
my
sci-fi movies.
bug! This is
I can't believe I'm in the same room as you.
this is torture.
That's not said in a good way.
My dear, oh Jesus Christ!
I mean, I like the fact that you preface it with they're good movies. I like that you say that. And honestly,
It's not
that's
enough
the
for
one
him,
thing
though.
that's saving you right now.
It's not enough for him. Oh, dear God.
This episode is going to get a lot of listeners because this is so.
I hope so. I hope so.
Oh my God.
Spoilers, Matthew is wrong.
Dyllan.exe is not working. Please resend the program.
It's one of my favorite trilogies of all time.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
I can't.
That made Michael J. Fox into a star.
I'm just glad that you said it's good. That's all I'm going to focus on.
Well,
For my mental well-being, that's all I have to focus on right now.
well, I know yours is probably.
Do it.
No,
Do it. He. That's 4 strikes against him. He's wrong 4 straight times. Again.
That means I outlasted the baseball team.
I'll say that he's
It
wrong
doesn't
about Back
matter.
to the Future. I'll say that he's wrong about that one.
Do it.
You guys can't predict mine.
Do it. I'm scared. I'm scared for yours. I mean, can it be as terrible as Matthew's?
If it's the Dark Knight trilogy, I'm going over the table.
No, close.
Okay.
But no.
Thank God. Okay.
Close.
Close.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Joker's overrated.
Okay.
Really? That
I'm
went a
not
lot
that big of
smoother
a
with
fan
you
of
than I
that.
thought. Okay.
It's a well-directed movie. It's well acted, but it's not nearly as good as people think.
Oh my
Yeah, no.
word, Dylan.
I'm excited for the second one, but because it has Lady Gaga in it and the fact that it's a musical.
Okay. You know what? I will.
I think we heard John worse than we heard you.
I was surprised that you didn't that you weren't like, what the fuck.
Okay.
Your reaction was
Dylan,
I
I respectfully disagree with. I respectfully disagree with you because I know there are some people that didn't like the Joker because they think it's very controversial.
Heath Ledger still reigns supreme.
I'll get in debate
I'll
on
say that.
on that another time. But honestly, I love the film for what it is because it made me think about what people would do, like that you have to be extremely careful because violence it's still a huge thing. And I personally think that they did a phenomenal job with the plot and also how they managed to handle the controversy. So I respect to disagree with you that still I don't like it. But Joker that's like that's like my top 3 DC movies of all time, and I'm excited to watch it again so I can go see the sequel. So, but still, oh my God, that's 5 movies I love.
I could actually add another one in. I won't say overrated. I'll say overhyped due to years. Much like probably how you felt about Back to the Future. And this one actually will hurt John.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Die Hard.
Don't
get me wrong. I like Die Hard.
Oh boy.
I enjoy Die Hard. Very overhyped though. Also,
wow.
its position as a Christmas movie is debatable.
I think his brain's gonna explode.
Yeah,
like it is a movie
wish you
set
didn't
during
say
Christmas,
overrated.
and that's basically it.
Uh,
So there's your payback for fucking Christmas Story.
Well,
On tonight's episode of Fight Night.
Christmas Story is easily
like
a better
Fight-
Christmas movie than Die Hard.
I,
Period.
No.
Blank. That's just a fucking fact.
No.
Look at how much Christmas shit is in both of them. Have you looked at it? Have you looked at it?
No.
How much Christmas shit is in Die Hard, John?
Other
than the setting.
Well, okay.
Other than the setting.
I'll tell you.
Other than the setting.
I'll tell you what the plot is about Die Hard.
No, not the plot. Not the plot. Because I know what the plot is. A plot is that a bunch of terrorists break into that building, and then John McClane fucking stops them.
In the middle of Christmas.
Like I said, that's the setting.
How many Christmas scenes are there actually in the movie?
Yeah.
I think there was one. It was ho ho ho. When they show that sign that says ho ho
No, I've
ho.
got a shotgun. Now I've got a machine gun.
Uh-huh.
That's
Anything
one
else?
of the only scenes.
Anything else? Because I can list off at least 10 things with Christmas
they
stories.
played a couple of Christmas songs.
That's 2.
Okay. Anything else?
It still counts as a Christmas movie.
I'm not saying that doesn't count as a Christmas movie. I'm saying Christmas Story is more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard is. And a better one.
Okay, that's fine.
He gave up.
That is fine.
I was going to say, I could argue about this.
But I just prefer Die Hard. I prefer to watch that many more times because, like I said, it's in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. So, and greatest movies of all time. So, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I think
it's because you know you can't win.
No.
It's because you know you can't win.
No, it's just that I mean, I think Matthew already ticked me off with the whole.
You're just scared to debate.
No, it's not. Well, actually, I didn't know he was going to get this mad when I said Christmas Story. I couldn't believe he actually got this mad because I was thinking.
I didn't know that I could get that mad about it either. Like, if I'm being totally honest.
That's a pretty good rant.
I think in the episode title I'm gonna put rage warning. Rage inducing.
I hope we just get a lot more people listening to it. But do you have any more? Because we got to keep this peak going.
More what?
Overrated movies.
Rage or I've always got more rage. I'm an angry person by nature.
I think it's time for you to get angry. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never related more to a line in my entire fucking life.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me just a second. I'm pretty sure I can pull something out of my ass.
Okay, pull you something in your butt. Okay.
I have one that could make Matthew mad. Can you guess?
Lord of the Rings?
No. I think that people could consider the Lord of the Rings movies overrated. So I guess that could be an honorary mention. It's just not one that I share.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
It's a Christopher Nolan movie, isn't it?
I just want you to know. Well, actually, I could say a lot of Christopher Nolan movies. He makes good movies. It's just...
I wonder which one.
I truly value you as a friend. I hope you know that.
Uh-oh.
And I truly appreciate you bringing me
It's not the Dark Knight trilogy. That's the good news.
Just in case this ends up being the last recording that I show up to. For
that's not a good sign.
Murder or what? I'm scared.
I'm scared.
I think
Don't even look at me. I'm really scared now.
I think I know what it is. I could be wrong though.
You, John?
I'm really scared.
It's been a movie where I said something about it before and you were not happy about it. Man of Steel.
Ah! Well, he didn't direct it. He produced it. Actually. But that still counts as Christopher Nolan. But
no, I wasn't counting it as Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, but Man of Steel, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's double payback on both of us.
This is the reaction I was expecting from Joker.
Oh, man.
Man of Steel is what made me a Superman fan.
I know. That's why I said that I love you. That's why I said that I appreciate it.
Oh, my gosh. You just hurt Superman fans, too.
I know.
Most Superman fans are Christopher Reeve fans.
Well, yeah.
Tom Welling.
Okay.
We agree on Smallville.
Christopher Reeve, Tom Welling, Tyler Hoechlin.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Superman Lois is top notch, too.
I still haven't started it. I need to.
You need to.
Once I finish Doctor Who, which I still have one season, and they don't do the CCS specials until November, I think I'll start Superman and Lois.
I'm calling Paul out right now. I was super upset that Titans was ending.
Yeah.
He made a joke. I said, Stargirl ended in November, now Titans ending. All I've got left is Superman Lois and my favorite shows. He's like, look out, they're going to cancel that one next. They were supposed to give it 2 more seasons. The next day, he sends me an article that they're talking about canceling Superman Lois.
Oh, boy.
It's like, are you freaking kidding me?
Oh, man.
But apparently now, if CW doesn't cancel it, they're moving it to HBO Max. If CW cancels it, moving to HBO Max.
I think it'd be better moving to HBO Max. We'll see what James Gunn does.
Because they're supposed to get, they said at least 2 to 3 more seasons.
Okay.
But I that's another favorite movie that actually. Boy, you guys are just man. You guys are making me.
I'm going to put a warning in the episode title, like rage-inducing opinions.
Yes, that's a good idea, and hopefully we'll get a lot more people. But yeah, what is your issue with Man of Steel, Dylan?
I don't know. It just didn't work for me. I can definitely get behind people saying that it's their favorite Superman movie. I can get behind people saying that it makes them into a Superman fan. Absolutely, Henry Cavill's fucking great. It didn't work for me. I don't know. Like, I rewatch it. It's not like I don't rewatch. I'm sorry, Matthew. It's not like I don't rewatch it. It's not like I don't enjoy it or anything. It's just people say all the time that Man of Steel is one of, if not the greatest Superman movie ever. People say that. I just cannot agree with that opinion. I can't. Michael Shannon was great. Amy Adams was great. Henry Cavill was great. I like this story. It just does not work for me.
Of movies that are just solely about Superman, just like Batman vs Superman don't count. I would say the only movie that comes close is the animated Death and Return of Superman. Not Superman Doomsday, the 2-part.
Yeah, with Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah. That's like 2 hours and 50 minutes or whatever, 2-part one. Yeah. That's the only one that comes close.
you just tear up Matthew apart.
Yeah, Matthew.exe has stopped working.
Like I said, this is the response I was expecting from Joker.
No.
Well,
I only bought that on Blu-ray because it was on sale. I had the DVD, and I was completely happy with the DVD, but I got for $6 on Blu-ray. So,
I just don't understand why you don't really care for Joker. Well, personally, for Matthew and for Dylan, I don't understand why you guys don't even care for Joker. Because I know people are saying, oh, it's the same premise as the Martin Scorsese movie that he directed, like The King of Comedy and also Taxi Driver. Okay, so what? It has Joker in it. It's the greatest DC villain ever. He deserves his own origin story.
Joker shouldn't be made to be, what's what I'm looking for? Sympathetic.
Yeah.
Joker is a monster. You should not feel sorry for him.
I wasn't a big fan of the hyper realistic take that they could do it. I think that with Joker, which I having said that, I will say that I like that it was kind of shedding light on mental illnesses and stuff, and how you affect somebody else could cause like a massive ripple effect.
The only bad thing about that is also on the same coin, other hand,
I feel like it kind of made people idolize it.
Well, it made people seem like anybody with mental illness could snap like that.
Yeah.
And it kind of made people with mental illness look bad, too.
Yeah. I don't know. Walking Phoenix gave a great performance.
Yes.
I'll say that. Zazie Beetz was one of my favorite parts of that movie.
It was still extremely overrated.
It was extremely overrated.
Not for me.
Well, you know what? I'm pretty sure I could list quite a few things that you said on this podcast. Where
maybe go back through all the old episodes and start making notes.
Yeah, like I said, third from last for Revenge of the Sith. No.
I didn't say that one was overrated. I did not say that.
That's gonna be enough for me, dog.
No. But you put it third from last. You put it from that's all you had to do. Well, Revenge of the Sith is easily top half of the Star Wars rankings.
Me and Dylan have it at number 1.
Yeah.
I know, but you enjoyed The Last Jedi, and you also enjoyed The Force Awakens, which I'm pretty sure he would put those on the
neither
on
are as good as Revenge of the Sith in my opinion.
No, they're not.
I could make the objective statement that out of all Star Wars movies, aside from the very first Star Wars movie, because you can't get more Star Wars than the first Star Wars movie.
Exactly.
Literally fucking can't. I would say that the best Star Wars movie is Last Jedi. Objectively, I would say that.
Thank you.
I would say that. However, it's not my favorite by fucking far. Revenge of the Sith is fucking top notch.
Right.
You put it third from last.
Even though I love the movie.
Invalid opinion.
Better than Force Awakens? No. Revenge of the Sith
let
always
me
has to
let
be
me
above
get to
Force
one.
Awakens.
Let
I
me
don't
get to
care.
one more thing. I guess I can probably put in the overrated category. But I'll get to one more thing, and that's no, not Star Wars, not Star Wars.
I thought it was fumes.
Not Star Wars. Not Star Wars. Not Star Wars. It's the one Fast and Furious movie that for some reason people
Tokyo
like.
Drift.
Yes. I don't understand.
I like it.
Like I said, I thought the movie was fine, but I don't understand why it's so great.
I was gonna say, if you say
because
That's the
personally,
last truly Fast and Furious movie that we got.
that was actually about street racing.
it's considered the dark sheep.
Too deviated. Tokyo Drift was the last real Fast and Furious movie that we got.
And then it rebranded itself.
Yeah.
As a action thriller franchise.
Yeah. They started breaking into vaults and shit afterwards.
I just didn't think the plot made any sense. I mean, okay, so you crash. Okay, so you crash. Okay, so you're doing a streetcar race, and then suddenly you decided, oh, it's not good for you. So we're moving to Tokyo. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense.
It was supposed to be kind of like a spin-off type thing.
John.
It's hard to like you when you keep giving us bad days.
John. John, were you not paying attention to the movie? I have to ask that as a serious question.
No,
Was he high while watching the movie?
paying attention. No, I was not high. No, I don't do drugs. If I did drugs, I'd be going to jail.
Marijuana is not a drug. I will say that as my official opinion. Not an opinion of the podcast. I'll say that as my official opinion.
Okay, that's fine.
Marijuana is not a drug. It is a natural herb to this earth.
But I will admit this, though. It actually did make me appreciate Tokyo Drift because when they get to the sequels, and I got to see the original characters. Now I can understand why I actually watched Tokyo Drift, because it makes you understand why they existed in Tokyo Drift to begin with. So as much as I thought the film was just fine, I did appreciate the fact that they brought back the original characters. I didn't expect Bow Wow to show up in Fast 9. I didn't see that coming. And he's actually a good
I
actor.
forgot he was in there. I remember.
And he's actually a good actor. He's really good.
I remember what's his name was in 9. Sean, the main character. I don't know the actor.
I think I know what you're talking about.
The main guy from Tokyo Drift.
Oh yeah. Lucas Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember he was in 9, but I forgot Bow Wow was in it.
Yeah.
But I thought that was really cool that the people that show up for F9, which that actually made me actually put it ahead of the Fate of the Furious, because I liked that they brought back the original Tokyo Drift characters in F9. So it was more like a family reunion kind of movie.
Well, now that you have that appreciation, would you go back and rewatch Tokyo Drift, knowing where it leads?
Maybe.
Just wait to see what comes up next
I
week.
might. But I mean, I don't know if my opinion would actually be changed on it, because I still think that I'm always more of an action kind of guy. That's why I personally love the Fast and Furious movies from Fast 4 to Fast 9, because of the action.
They're more comic book movies in a way.
Well, yeah, yeah. Which, like I said, it's stupid, but they are fun to watch. it's stupid fun.
I think that's all we got for this week. This rage-filled,
emotional.
I'm still reeling from the Christmas Story one.
This emotional week.
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys already killed me when you put Toy Story, Shawshank Redemption, Joker. I was thinking, okay, that's all my favorite movies that you actually have in your grade. So, thanks for that. Thanks for that. But yeah,
like, shares, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yes, please reach out to us on platforms and all that kind of stuff. Let us know what you think, whether it's a good opinion or a bad opinion, whether you think that we're right or we're wrong. Just let us know.
Let the hate come on Facebook.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll
and
try.
let John know how much you love A Christmas Story on Instagram.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
just pile them on. I'm sure that he's going to have a change of heart after this episode.
Yeah, and we're trying our
especially
best
before the Christmas episodes.
We're trying to get as many downloaders as we can, so that way we can bring up more people to actually listen to our podcast, and we would appreciate. So share it with your friends, share it with your family members. Please check us out on iTunes, Spotify, all the audio streaming services, and I will try my best to stream as many Instagram videos as I can. I'm trying to, but I'm just so busy.
But yeah, I would say help. If you guys could help with the downloads and the likes and stuff, that'll help us grow, not just in terms of quality of the podcast, but also we could get guests on the episode probably easier.
Yeah.
Because we do want to have guests eventually.
Yeah, and just always remember to rate us.
Yes, always rate us.
Yeah. So I say, next week is the Fast and Furious episode, and we get to do our rankings, which I hope it's not as beefy as this episode.
I got it.
I'd say, just to spice things up a little bit, since Fast and Furious is the main car franchise, add in honorary mentions next week of your favorite car movies. Just mention some of your favorite car movies.
Okay. I already know what number 1 is, but
yeah, there'll just be something fun we can add to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And join us again next week for that. And
absolutely.
Hopefully I can stump them partially with the trivia again next week. That's going to be the ongoing thing where I try to stump you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we'll see you guys next week.
Yep, God bless everybody.
Next week.
See you next time.